Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for a Rootin, Tootin, Varmint, Shootin adventure in the Wild, Wild, Wild Animal West! That's right, everybody. We're coming to you special from the town of Cespit. And we're going to be doing a little bit of a different adventure today here on Dice and Dungeons. This is our one-shot, the title of which is...
I got 5 shots.
You do have 5 shots. Rootin' Tootin' Varmint Shootin' Adventures in the Wild Wild Animal West. Wild Wild Animal West, excuse me. Or...
Trouble in the Town of Cespit.
Or...
The Return of the Hairy Prairie Boys.
Or...
Economic problems in small town rural life.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Something like that. There are multiple titles. Just like in actual westerns, there's about 18 titles underneath it. And
a lot happens in them.
Yeah, there's a lot that happens in them.
I thought this was the sequel to High Plains Drifter.
No, It is not. Thank you for joining us today, everyone. Now, today's session is brought to you by Geekified, like it always is. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes in-person and online orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. Well, you might not be able to find all of our various accoutrements here today, yet like cowboy hats and pins and stupid Western jokes. They do have all of the normal things that you would want to find for role-playing games, like rule books and splat books and flashcards for your spellcasting. So if you are picking up anything for your game-playing needs, head on over to geekifiediowa.com or head over to Vinton, Iowa and see them in person. Thank you very much, Geekified, for all of your support over this more than a year you have been doing this now. We really appreciate everything. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next, we have a reminder about...
Patreon. Sign up for our Patreon.
Give us money.
Give us money. It supports this show. It supports our regular show and these one-shots that we do. And this is my hype man, apparently. And you can do all sorts of. We have all sorts of benefits for starting our for joining our Patreon.
For starting.
How come you get a hype man and all I get is a knife man?
You get to see the behind-the-scenes improvs of our regular show. I don't know if there's a behind-the-scenes improv for this one.
There is a behind-the-scenes improv for this one.
And at different tiers, there's different benefits. We're always trying to refine it. There's polls for things to do. Check it out. It's patreon.com/diceanddungeons.
Thank you. That concludes our sponsors for the day. And, well, let's roll out. Welcome, everyone, to the Rootin' Tootin' Adventures in the Wild, Wild, Wild Animal West. Yep.
Can't escape it even here.
I can never escape that, not even in the Wild, Wild, Wild Animal West. The story we'll be telling today is one of tragedy, woe, and stupidity. As we...
Which one am I?
You figure that out. As we venture into the town of Cespit, out on the western frontier, way outside a big city, we meet our protagonist, Fivels, the marshal, who's on his way up the path to recruit an ally in his quest to apprehend the notorious Hairy Prairie Boys.
You know, Big Knife, my good friend that I've known for years and I have no need to introduce to, I feel like we never actually properly introduced each other. And it's been a long walk, so you want to try that?
Sure, I forgot who you are, so sure, why not?
I'm Fivels. I'm the big city marshal.
Oh.
Need to finish one last job in this small, dinky city. What about you? What are you doing here? Who are you?
I'm Big Knife. I'm a raccoon.
I see that.
I got myself a knife and a rather large gun.
Yeah, why do they call you just Knife and Big Gun, not Big Knife and Gun?
Well, really, the knife came first. The gun was an afterthought.
Oh,
Well, what are you?
I'm a mouse, obviously.
Wow.
This is what a mouse looks like. And this is a mouse gun.
Oh, very proportionate.
Yes, it's incredibly proportionate to the size of me, a mouse.
Yes. And I'm a raccoon, the size of a raccoon.
Yes, it's very good we are the size. And we say we are.
That won't become an issue at all. Nope. All sizes are totally reasonable.
Are they near my house?
Where are we going again?
Well, you see, there's this
Oh
old
no, I let
acquaintance
off
I
a
have.
warning shot 300 yards outside my house.
So we're dead before the adventure
A
starts.
warning
Oh,
shot.
there's a warning shot? Oh my god, that was a warning shot! I think that's the person we're going to see, Betty.
Oh. I think I see another character by that homestead we're
Hold
approaching.
on a second, she might shoot you if you don't have one of these sheriff badges to show that you're a sheriff.
Thank you.
You're not that... You know what? Fine. Betty!
What?
Don't
Wait.
shoot! I'm friendly!
Who are you?
It's me, Fivels, the mouse from the big city.
Big city?
Yeah,
All
the
right.
good part of the big city.
Which one's the good part? Never been.
Well, it's great. If after we're done with this adventure, you should come by and visit. We'll do another one shot.
Are you saying there's gonna be a 2 Rootin' 2 Tootin' in the big city?
That's what I'm saying. And 13 other titles.
That sounds like too much tooting.
Anyway, I have a job. Do you want to know about it?
I don't work no more, but come on in.
It's just one more job, but it'll take a bit because you were 300 feet out.
300 yards.
No, just feet this time. I got it right.
You only got 4 feet.
I open the door.
Well, between the two of us, we got like
Wait.
8.
I guess they mosey on up. I'm not sure.
I know my walking rate. What's my moseying rate?
It's just slightly slower than your walking rate.
Now,
Is
when we-
Mosey Chuck a moxie check or is it grit? How do we play that?
Oh, mosey depend. I mean, it's all about like what
Style.
you're doing.
Can I amble
Just-
instead of mosey?
Sure.
Just to make sure I got this right, since we're clearly proportioned properly, like, is my just walk speed a little faster than his, so he has to slow down every once in a while as he follows me to progress the plot?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like your timing is just a little bit off.
So as you walk into my house, you see an old grizzled jackalope, scars all over, and a grizzled bullet wound in one of my legs. I'm holding my trusty Worcestershire Model 69.
Hey, that's a nice
Nice.
gun. I get it.
What?
What? You said 69.
That's a year. Year was
Yeah, it
made.
was.
Yeah.
That was a great year.
It's a good year for guns.
Yeah.
Great year for guns.
Can I get you some whiskey?
Yes.
Oh, don't mind that. That's my friend Armin visiting. He's in the kitchen.
Oh.
Wow, he got in a lot earlier than I was expecting.
Nice to meet you, Armin.
Wherever there's whiskey, I seem to just show up.
As you can.
I got a whiskey solution.
Now, having never met these folks, why don't you describe yourself to them in a normal fashion?
Well, I would, except can't you see me? Ain't it so clear what I am?
Look, we ain't
Especially by the character sheet that I'm holding. You can look at this picture right here, and you can see what I am. Oh,
What
you
it
can
mean?
see
This character sheet.
that character sheet.
Betty, what the hell is wrong with your friend?
He read one too
He's
many
5
books.
shots short of a 6-shooter.
Read too many books. You're living proof there.
Well, it might be 5 shots short of a 6-shooter, but he's unfortunately about 6 shots left in his glass.
We'll fix that.
This is a short adventure where I'm going to get killed.
For those who could not see
So
the grainy picture, I am a doctor. Armadillo. That's why my name is
Sparky.
Dr. Armin Dio.
No, I call you Sparky.
My friends call me Sparky. That's true. That's
So
very
one
true.
person calls you Sparky.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll call you Sparky.
My friends call me Sparky.
Well,
that's
I
great,
got
man.
two.
Sparky, you're all right. Want to be a sheriff?
I'll be a sheriff.
All right.
Don't worry about me. I still got my badge. They wanted to take it from me, and I said no.
They didn't take your gun either, did they?
Hell no.
He came with it, I think.
So you said you had a job for me.
Yeah, we have one more job to get you out of retirement.
I am. Get me out of retirement. Okay, I'm in.
Aren't you doing one job to go to retirement?
No, did you retire?
I retired.
So
Well,
On
you're
account of-
coming back.
wait, let me get this straight. So you got to do a job to get yourself into retirement. This
isn't my last job.
retirement.
Well,
So-
this is my last job in this
Until
dinky
you-
town that I have to wrap up before I can go back to big city.
Oh.
Calling Cespit a dinky town?
Yes, it's dinky.
If
It says that on your sign.
Ducks do wear feet. I've seen it.
See, it's a dinky town.
Can't
What
argue
is
with that
wrong?
logic.
How many whiskeys did you give that guy?
I don't know. I just have whiskey.
He's
Not
a doctor. He's got to be right.
Where did you get your doctor degree?
A book.
The pharmacy.
They just hand them out there?
Oh, you meant my doctor degree, not my supplies. Yeah, no, I got my doctor degree from the Back to the Future.
Wait, is it a doctor degree or a doctor degree?
Well, I am a doctor.
It's a baccalaureate of the future,
Baccalaureate.
part 3.
Hey, all I know is if someone says they's a doctor and they look like a doctor and they talk like a doctor, i.e., they know more words than me, I assume they're a doctor.
Just because someone has a degree and they write doctor on it doesn't make them a doctor.
Yes, it is.
If someone else writes doctor on it, then yeah. Because
Yes, but he was the one that wrote doctor
Hold
on it.
on. What if you
I didn't see
write
it.
doctor on it, but with like different penmanship styles? So
It's
it looks
still-
like different people said you're a doctor.
When I
It's
was
still you.
when I was the
No,
law,
but-
it made him a doctor.
Hey. If a doctor writes doctor, it's a doctor, right? He couldn't write doctor if he wasn't a doctor.
I
You
sure
can
can't write
definitely
doctor.
write doctor without being a doctor.
I sure can't.
I can't. Can you write doctor?
Give me your character sheet.
No.
How many A's are in
Oh,
doctor?
yeah, you wouldn't be able to write doctor.
Yo, you can't write doctor much better than me.
I can say doctor a lot, though. Anyway, I have a job for you.
And what would that job be? I am retired, and I won't come out for no reason.
You remember the Hairy Prairie Boys?
Hairy Prairie Boys.
Hairy Prairie Boys.
Oh, I remember the Hairy Prairie Boys.
Yeah, well, they went underground, but we finally found them.
Oh. You found them?
Well, I know where they are.
Are they in a prayer?
I got
No, they're at a train.
a score to settle with that MeeMaw.
Yeah, I know. That's why I came here.
Oh.
I'm glad we're all on the same page and we're catching up anyway. Ironman probably didn't know that you had that pass.
No, I'm fluent in backstory.
Yeah.
What?
He comes over, drinks all my whiskey, and I tell him all my troubles.
I don't know the back story.
Oh.
Oh, we should tell it to the
Yeah.
viewers.
I was sheriff. Hairy Prairie Boys came into town, causing a ruckus. I shot a few of them. They shot a few of my legs.
Glad you have more than 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I was shot in the leg by MeeMaw, forced me into an early retirement.
Oh, who is this MeeMaw you speak of?
It's the leader of the Hairy Prairie Boys and their mother.
Oh, it's the leader and their mother.
A double whammy, as we call it.
That would be awful having your mama for a boss.
She ain't too pleasant either. I've delivered a lot of her kids. It is not a hole you want to stare into.
And there's a lot of kids.
Where'd you deliver them to?
Well, they start inside the mother, and then they come out. And you don't want to be there when it happens, but since the town only got one doctor...
That seems like a pretty short delivery.
Yeah, no, it don't take too long. There's just a lot of screaming.
I haven't heard a wisp out of the Hairy Prairie Boys since they went underground.
Well, they came out from underground and they're planning something big. Probably.
All right, I'm in.
Armin, you in?
Yeah, I mean...
You have a badge. You have to be in there.
Yeah, you have a badge.
No, I got a badge. See? It's shiny. And, yeah, no, I'm in. Let's go shoot some people.
Yeah.
Or stab 'em.
Yeah,
Anything to get-
Big Knife has a thing with his knife.
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
Is that why they call
He's
you Big
very...
Knife?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you see, with a knife, what you do is you put it into something you don't like, and it causes it to die.
Kind of like a bullet.
Yeah,
Could
but
you-
more fun because I get covered in the blood.
Oh, mine's terrifying.
I told you, Big Knife, you want to ease into that.
Hold on,
Like,
if there's like...
Ease in.
no, not the knife part. The blood part.
Slash. Ease into eyeball.
So wait,
He's out.
is this man a murderer? Is this a work release program?
We don't call
Hold on.
him a murderer,
You
so it's
have-
fine.
I'm retired.
Hey, all I know is
This is a cop.
No, I'm retired. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
give a
well,
shit.
I'm the cop.
He's the cop.
Why are you doing something
Yeah.
illegal?
Just making moonshine.
Well, that's not illegal.
you don't make moonshine. The good Lord who put it there makes it shine. Thank you very much.
What?
He's kind of
No, I
dumb.
followed that.
No, I'm dumber than him. What?
He's saying that God made moon and he chose to make it shine. You don't have nothing to do with that.
Everyone knows that thing's made of cheese. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Bit of cheese, you probably want to eat it.
Well, yeah, but the other my scientist hasn't figured out how to get there yet because they're dumb.
So,
Oh, I know how to get there.
Big City Marshal, do you have
tell me.
Do you have a lead on this?
I am sure I absolutely have a lead on where we should go next, and we are going there now.
Are we?
Yes, right now to the place that I know we need to go.
It sounds like you don't know a lick of what you're doing.
I'm pretty sure. Look, on the way there, we'll have a narrator explain what's going on.
Let's go talk to the current sheriff.
Well, the good news is that Fivels knew that is where they needed to head next. Is to the current sheriff, Sheriff Ed. So, we're heading back into town, which is about 15 animal miles.
Yep.
You get back onto the main street, and you see the hustle and the bustle that doesn't exist at all, because this is a sleepy little town, Cespit. There's only a few buildings, and a few dozen folks. It's a quiet place with mostly quiet folks. You head over to the sheriff's office where you were told to meet today with your contact, Sheriff Ed. As you walk in through the door and see the gleaming brand new jail cells, which they installed after you retired, because,
Yep. I just had to hold him against a wall with my gun.
yep. But there were all sorts of,
Times have changed.
yep, times have changed since you retired.
Not for the better.
You walk in. You walk
They
in.
get participation in trophies and crime these days.
And you see the magnificent, beautiful, flowing mane of Sheriff Ed, a very tall colt. Well, good afternoon, all you folk.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Afternoon, thank goodness you're proportionate.
Afternoon, everyone. Now, you must be Marshal Fivels from Big City.
Yep, here at your service.
Well, it is nice to meet you. My name is Ed, or, Edward for the formal types. Please don't call me Sheriff, though. I'm not much for titles.
You got it, Sheriff.
Just call me Mister.
Sure thing, Mr. Sheriff.
Mr. Ed, please.
Please, I need this joke to land.
I was trying to make that joke land, and you just kept butchering it up.
Yes, Mr. Edmund.
that joke landed about as well as I would if I found myself in a French butchery.
Oh, French. Monsieur.
What is this French you speak of?
It's a mythical land where they slaughter horses.
It's a type of dressing.
I hear a lot of frogs live out that way.
we tell young
Can't get
folks,
very far anymore, though.
We tell young folks these terrifying myths so that they behave. Anyways,
Yes, I too like lying to children.
it's one of the best parts about being a parent, which I am, of quite a few children.
I just am
I'm
an
gonna help
adult.
you deliver them, right?
I'm gonna help you deliver all the babies in this area. Now, anyway, folks, you came here to settle a matter that we've had going on in our territory for a while. The notorious Hairy Prairie Boys. She still having kids, Armin?
Too many. Too many.
Have you given her a professional recommendation?
You don't tell that woman much other than what she want you to tell her.
Yeah, now it's real funny out here because we know exactly where they are all the time because that's just how the things seem to work in the wild animal west. But we can't ever catch them in the act of doing anything, so we can't bring justice down upon those people who we know are doing all the terrible things.
When I was sheriff, I brought justice.
I mean, you did get shot.
Yeah. So could you.
She got better.
Yeah. I just have a extremely difficult to walk limp.
Yeah, I mean, anyone can get shot. Like any of you, who certainly will live through this.
I'm
That's-
optimistic.
So where are these Hairy Prairie
That's
Boys?
not obvious
I'm here
at
for
all.
blood.
Oh, well, we can't head out to their estate because they're down in Death Valley. That's the
Death
valley,
Valley?
where they kill everyone who goes down there.
Yes, that's
Except
how it got the
Armin.
name Death Valley.
I got a
it's-
pass.
Someone needed to deliver the
I
babies.
got a hall pass, yeah. It looks a bit like this sheriff symbol, but it's not the sheriff symbol.
It says pass on it.
It says pass.
Sheriff Pass.
Sheriff pass.
So
Pass
They
on
took that
me.
off of her predecessor, Sheriff Pass. When he went down there, they shot him.
there's a lot of blood on that.
Oh,
I know
red
it's
like
shiny.
magic
Don't you
thing.
see? I mean, there was a lot of blood on it. It was
That's
soaking
a
in that stuff.
different bash.
Oh. Well, you weren't that clear.
Wait a second. If you have the bash, it can just get us down there. Why don't you just bring it?
Oh,
Well, that
we
would
had
be illegal.
Yeah, you can't abuse things like that.
They're criminals.
doctor-patient privilege.
Yeah, but we can't. We gotta prove that they're criminals. Everybody knows they're criminals.
And
but
you
it's about
prove
having
them
the
by
proof.
shooting them in the act.
Exactly.
Didn't you go to sheriff's school?
I went to big city marshal school.
He's one of them big city marshals.
Oh, hoity-toity.
Yes, exactly. That's how we talk. Hoity-toity.
Now, well, the reason we called you here is because we have reason to believe it was the Hairy Prairie Boys who just caused a train to crash a little outside of town.
Yeah, I went by that when we were picking up them. Looked pretty bad.
So you could have already addressed this problem and you said you decided to go find help?
Yeah, we had 4 people at the table. They all had to be here.
And I lack
Oh,
the proper
good point.
training for that kind of situation.
We're gonna have a training.
You have
episode?
said that joke 4 times since we walked by it.
Well,
Yes.
it's the only joke I'm trained to deliver.
It's
Well-
fine because you did it 5 times.
I don't
you,
mean
Big
to
Now.
railroad you folks on to the next part of this journey, but I'm gonna. So let's head on over to the crash site. I've supposed to be waiting here for my deputy, Deputy Mortimer.
Is Mortimer still around?
Oh, of course Mortimer's still around. He's a desert tortoise. He's liable to live for a few hundred years. A little slow.
He's just in the other room, ain't he?
Oh, we're supposed to be. Mortimer,
Yep, he's on his way.
you coming? Get met.
I'm just gonna play with my gun.
Mortimer, are you?
One thing you need to learn about.
Back there.
One thing you need to learn about Mortimer is he never goes on any missions.
Yeah, I'm getting that sense. Yeah, we'll be all right. Mortimer, you just watch the place. We're heading out. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
He's a bit slow.
He's a little slow. Well, on account of him being a tortoise.
Yep.
We'll hitch a ride in the taxi. Hey, Frank, can you give us a lift out there? There's a wagon that pulls up, and Frank is pulling the wagon. Hey, folks. Ready to head out?
What animal are you?
Oh, well, I'm a steer.
How do you steer?
Well, I just lean left or right.
Oh, that's pretty smart. I didn't even
that's why
think of
we're
that.
usually the taxi drivers, because we can steer.
What is a taxi?
Oh, it's a giant wagon that y'all hop in, and I pull you someplace.
Can I sit? Do
Sure.
I have to hop?
I mean, you can just sit if you
My
want.
hopping days are over.
Sure, go ahead.
Cause my leg.
I got some drugs that'll help you with that.
Yeah?
They won't make you walk better, they'll make you forget that you had a leg problem to begin with.
Forget I have a leg altogether.
I can help amputate.
I'm good.
Like that one mouse detective. I've been reading all the books.
The Great Mouse Detective.
The Great Mouse Detective.
That is certainly a character to aspire to.
Yeah, Fivels. You hoity-toity.
All right,
That
folks.
detective
Let's head
creates
on
an
out.
unnecessarily high expectation for other mouses.
Certainly does.
Mouses.
As you ride in the back of the taxi, and Fivels gives a very informed presentation
Absolutely.
about the unfair expectations set by the novel The Great Mouse Detective.
That's a nice PowerPoint you got.
You have a question?
If possible, I would like to inspect his coat for fleas.
Big knives? Mm-hmm. I reckon that's up to him.
I mean,
I'll introduce you. I got Stevie, Charlie, Samuel, Bertrand.
I just start eating them. That's what armadillos do.
yeah,
They eat bugs.
there you go.
I hope you weren't attached to them, Big Knife.
No, they was attached to me.
Line
I'll
or.
eat them, but when you get back to your place, I'm rooting through your garbage.
Well, I say that's a deal.
Circle of life.
It's a beautiful thing.
So you get out to the train crash site, and Mr. Ed is showing you around. And he explains that the crash happened just a few days ago. They've been able to get the train upright, but they don't have any of the tools themselves to get it moving again. They got some folk coming in from big city to repair it. They don't know what was stolen, but they do know an entire car was rummaged through, and its contents emptied. Unfortunately, the manifest was incomplete. The paperwork apparently being a rather shoddy element of the shipper. The one thing that they do know is that it was being shipped by Fat Cat Industries.
Are they out of the big city?
Well, they're based out of the big city, but they recently had a new operation set up a little north of town of us.
Are they the mining prospectors?
Well, yeah, they haven't opened up any mining operations yet, but they keep poking around with doing little exploratory things, you know. I don't think they're gonna find much. But they got lots of money from doing their big business in big city.
I reckon I figured out the problem. Train fell over.
Well, all right, we can just back it up then.
I would like to do a learning check at the train to see if I can figure out the cause of the tragedy.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a learning check.
Gonna roll my mini die. Think I got that one. That one doesn't count. It's out of the box. It was a success, but it was outside the box. Okay, so I got 3 critical failures.
Wow.
And, no, I have 4 critical failures.
What?
And 4 successes.
So you come out with no success.
You had one too many whiskeys again, didn't you, Armin?
No, I ain't had enough.
Fair enough. Here you go.
I thought he was supposed to be our learned guy.
I love that.
Well, just because you learn something doesn't mean you know it.
So the
That's exactly what that means,
the
Big Knife.
statistical structuring in this is we're all using D6 for these rolls. Any roll that we're making today is done with a D6, and it is 1 is a critical failure, meaning that you actually lose a success. 2 is just a failure, so it doesn't count towards your successes. 3, 4, 5 are successes, and 6 is a critical success, meaning you get 2 successes from it. And you managed to do
0.
0.
And you had
in a
8 dice.
pool
With
of
4
8.
successes.
With 4
Yeah,
successes.
I have 4 successes and 4 failures.
For critical, I did not think that I would see that today, but thank you.
Look at it
You're
this
welcome.
way. It's like you didn't roll at all.
This is how I roll out.
That is the name of one of his abilities. You are examining the train, and you realize that
You are quite drunk.
you need to sit down for a minute because you've had a little too much to drink, and you're feeling a bit tipsy. You have no successes to contribute here.
I reckon that the train just
Tipped over.
it tipped over.
Like I said, see?
Yeah.
The smart one agrees with me.
You think
Maybe
it
a
just
strong
tipped
gust
over
of
on its
wind.
own?
Strong gust of wind, maybe?
That's a hypothesis right there.
Could be.
What did you say about my hypothesis?
I said it was hyped.
While they're fighting, can I do my own learning check?
Sure, you can do a learning check.
Please do.
Why are you hyped about his hypothesis?
I had 1 failure, but 4 successes, so 3. 3 succeed.
The really obvious reason it fell over.
The very obvious reason that this fell over was that
Gravity.
the track had been removed.
So you're saying?
Was it like
Are you
dug out?
saying?
Yeah, it was dug out. So like the pieces of the track had been like pulled up, and there was like a hole dug underneath it that seems to have like caved in a bit.
Classic Hairy Prairie Boy.
It's a lost track
Yeah.
of the track.
Armin, come here a second.
All right, get up.
I
I'll
come
be getting
over a
here a little woozy.
Now, I did a little investigate my own with my marshal training from Big City.
Okay.
Who needs that?
Can you see what happened here?
There does, in fact, seem to be a train that fell over. And now it fell over because part of the track
Was built on a
is
hole.
missing. It was, well, no, it wasn't built on a hole. That hole came later.
Oh.
That hole,
Oh, whoa.
that hole is the work of the Hairy Prairie Boys.
Now that's learning. Thank you for discovering that, Armin.
I swear.
I didn't need to roll for it. I just knew.
That's some mighty fine training you had there, dude.
It doesn't get old.
This joke brought to you by this guy.
And Raid Shadow Legends.
They are not paying us. Don't play their game.
Yeah, please do not.
Just
play that
don't
game.
play
I
it.
remember downloading it and being very disappointed. So, Raid Shadow Legends, if you want me to change my review, please buy it.
We will edit that into the show if you pay us money.
A lot of money.
A lot.
I am not that expensive. I'm a cheap one.
I'm that expensive.
And she does the editing.
That is, you're gonna have to buy her too.
Now, Marshall.
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry, I
know.
was playing this game on my phone.
Well, I don't know what that means, but I reckon as a detective yourself and Marshall,
You mediocre mouse detective.
yeah,
Swear to God, big knife.
I reckon you should probably check out that cart that was mentioned that was rummaged around in.
Let's go
Just
investigate
as
that.
just as one mentor to a one.
Sorry, what was your learning again?
undefined.
You don't ask a woman about her learning. It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It took you a minute to realize the train fell off the tracks that weren't there.
You might have your,
I ain't had enough liquid inspiration yet.
hey, you might have your big city detective training. I got my big mountain tracking training. So I'm gonna have myself a sniff around
Ooh.
with all my learning.
Well, what would sniffing around be?
Learning check.
I can say that was
Sure.
a success.
Better than I did.
Yes.
I am actually gonna post like some PDFs of this online, so if folks are interested in taking a look, you can see it. But boy, I can't believe you two are outperforming this skill.
I can't. I know
This is
how
amazing.
I roll.
Go team.
So, what you were sniffing around trying to like track, see if you can
Right.
smell anything, right? Okay.
What do your raccoon nose see?
My whiskers.
Wait a second.
You do pick up the distinct smell of prairie dog.
There were prairie dogs here.
I knew it.
Which is weird because we're not on the prairie.
Well, no, the name, they moved off the prairie.
Wait. What if it was just a dog rolling around in a prairie?
A dingo?
A what?
What the heck is a dingo? Is that one of your book things?
Yeah. It's
Dingo
like a
was his
dog,
name?
but it's Aussie.
It's Aussie.
Aussie?
Aussie.
You gonna make me explain a whole mythos civilization right now? You're a mountain man.
They sound awfully criminal.
The people we investigate sure as heck are.
So maybe they're Aussies.
I want to go up to the cart that was tussled about, the one that was robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Is it open?
Yeah.
All right, I shoot open the door.
So do you just like shoot the door that's open?
I shoot the lock that's already open.
All right.
I opened it up for you, Marshall.
It's now permanently open, never to be closed again.
Wow, you have great lock picking skills like someone I know.
Thank you. Hey, Armin, there's a bunch of weird-looking stuff in here that I don't understand.
Well, I would like to take a look and perhaps do another learning check since I did so well on my first one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll again my 8d6 and see how badly they do. Hey, all right, that okay. So
No
we got
critical failures.
no critical failures this time. I got is it a 3 success?
Yep.
Okay, so I got 5 successes and a critical.
So that's 7 successes.
Wow. All right. You poke your nose in first, and you get the quick smell that there's some chemicals in there. It smells like a chemical you're familiar with, benzene. And you know that this chemical, whatever it is, it's going to be flammable, but not necessarily extremely volatile. So it's not safe to go and breathe a lot of it. You need some ventilation to be all right in there. And it can catch on fire, but it's not extremely dangerous on its own. It's a fairly easily controllable substance, whatever it is. You get the sense that this is maybe something to do with chemical production. You've made some explosives in the past, and this smells a little bit like it.
This here chemical is called benzene. It's used in explosives. It's used to start fires. Now, this alone is not that problematic a substance, but when you mix it with other possible things, it can go very wrong very quickly.
Like, what if you mix it with some whiskey?
No, that's not a good idea. I tried that once. No,
What if I mix it with my mother-in-law?
Do you like your mother-in-law?
No.
That's a good combination then, right there.
You married?
Yes.
Big Knife don't commit crimes.
Up in Big Mountain, but there are no crimes.
There are absolutely crimes in Big Mountain.
I thought survival
You
was the
can't
law
prove
in
it.
Big Mountain.
Oh, I'm the law.
Oh,
You
Big
know-
Mountain.
Oh, wait.
I remember when I was
Gave me this
the
badge. I'm the law.
Okay, I guess you are. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Go tits and backsies. I'm the law.
Deputized all of us. We are now
I didn't
immune to the
deputize
law.
Betty. She
I
just
was-
refused to
I
give
was
up a
already
badge.
the law.
Can I be a colonel?
She's
No.
I'm a colonel.
she's grandmothered into the law.
Yeah.
Look, if you're a colonel, I'm a colonel. And in this day and age, everyone's a colonel.
Woohoo! There's a kernel of truth in that.
I'd go for some popcorn right now.
So there's
Big
explosives in this here trucky thing, is what you're saying.
I think there are. I think.
Should I put out my cigar?
I would.
When
please
the
step
hell
away
did you
from
get
the
that?
train. No, what I'm trying to
Alright.
communicate, and very badly, I see, is that the chemicals here were likely stolen by the Hairy Prairie Boys and can be used to create some very dangerous substances, like dynamite for one.
TNT?
TNT.
What does TNT stand for?
Well, it's hard to say because the channel got replaced by Spike TV, but I believe that TNT stands for Terminal Mutant Toxics.
Well, that sounds awful.
It is.
We better stop it
Wait,
then.
TMT?
Yes. Is that not what she said?
Isn't it? He's a doctor. Why do you question the doctor? Why do you keep questioning the doctor?
Yeah, he's a
Because I
doctor.
looked at his certificate, doctors was in quotes.
What else would they need to make this TNT?
Fire. Fire would help.
So we should go
Luckily,
check
we have a fire shortage right now, so we don't need to worry about that yet.
on account of the drought.
The drought stopped all the
Other
fire.
substances.
Other substances.
There's no rain to fuel this fire anymore.
Specifically, the substance that you found in here is liquid by the name of Tootin, which you are familiar with. It has a benzene-like smell and is not immensely volatile on its own. You know that combining this with other chemicals, principally nitrogen. Now, the TNT being trinitrotoluene, will create a stable explosive that can be triggered. And nitrogen, being a common fertilizer ingredient, would be fairly easy to obtain, and do so without raising a lot of eyebrows.
They're digging into the
But
outhouse.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about TNT.
Make sure no one's been stealing that steer's poop.
Here's the thing about TNT, though. TNT is well known for removing eyebrows, or perhaps, shall I say, raising them.
Because it explodes and your eyebrows
Just go up in the sky.
Gets it.
Oh.
Gets it.
I need to see a moxie check from Fivels. I need a moxie check from Fivels.
That's that. Have to re-roll those. Because I have no sixes.
Oh, yes.
3 successes.
Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a little hole back where the steer is. Frank the steer. You see a little hole come up, but just behind Frank, and then a little road apple that he'd left behind just goes into the ground.
Go to investigate.
There's some disturbed ground behind Frank the steer.
Is this a learning check? See if I can find anything else about this.
Yeah, why don't you make a learning check?
Can I aid?
You can make your own learning check.
Ooh. That is a full all 5 work.
Wow.
I don't think I need
5
to do that.
successes.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
Wow, you got
How
3
did-
ones again. 4 ones
You
again.
got a -1.
Do you want to borrow some dice?
No, I feel at home with these.
All right. There we go.
Frank.
Your learning is not helping. So with Fivels' result of 3 successes?
5.
5 successes.
5 full
Okay.
successes on that
5
one.
successes. You kind of remember that you once took a class ages ago
In Big City.
in Big City when you were going to
Martial School.
the Mouse Academy.
Mouse Academy of Marshalling.
Yes, Mouse Academy Marshalling. It's not for mice. It was just named by someone whose name was Mouse.
Better than the Marshall Academy for mousing.
Exactly. And you remember that one of your courses was in biology, and all of the fecal matter that many species expels can be used in various ways to help revitalize the soils. It can be used as a fertilizer because of all the nitrogen that's within your poop. Having just heard that nitrogen combined with Tootin could form a powerful explosive if handled correctly, you start to piece these things together.
I'm piecing this all together.
You thinking about poop?
Of course I'm thinking about the poop is the key to all of this.
This is our demographic.
Frank,
Over 70 and under 70. This is our demographic.
Frank, where is the largest deposit of poop in town?
Why, it's Cespit.
I mean,
The street?
we all kind of poop where we like. You can just pick
See-
up poop easy as pie around here.
Mud
This
pie.
is why I go to the big city.
That's why, yeah, make sure you don't mistake pie for poop or poop for pie. Very, very bad.
I reckon it would
I've
be.
never made that mistake.
I have.
You don't go through as many trash cans as they do. Mm-hmm. You find a lot of diapers.
Frank is very
I've known
confused
you
by
for
this.
years. You doing okay?
I live alone in a house 15 miles outside of the city and shoot at anything that comes near. I'm doing great.
All right then.
We all strive
she
to
only
have that
got
kind
me
of
for
retirement security.
companionship.
Ew.
I'm getting. A
And he
little
fried his
worried,
brain.
So have you noticed that the town is a lot less poop filled then?
Sheriff Ed pipes up now. Well, now that you mention it, I have noticed that the streets have been a lot cleaner lately, and the outhouses a lot less smelly.
Town's gone to hell since I've been gone.
We gotta find the monster who's cleaning up this town.
Those bastards.
Why are you asking about poop there, Marshal?
I'm pretty sure the Hairy Prairie Boys are taking all our poop.
I think it's just a proclivity of his.
Now, why would the Hairy Prairie Boys be interested in the town's poop?
Well, now that there, it looks like they might have stolen a bunch of benzene from here, and if you mix that with poop, well, you got yourself a powerful substance.
I imagine that'd smell pretty terrible, but what would it do?
Oh my god,
That's
our
usually-
hands would expand.
That's usually where, all fairness, usually poop comes from a pretty powerful explosion.
Depends on what you've been eating.
Keep
but yeah,
telling
that
you,
can be-
Big
I
Knife,
never
that's
eat
just
that.
your diet.
I never even noticed when I poop. Being a horse and all.
Everyone else notices your poop, though.
Well, I'm told that.
It's polite to leave it in little pellets.
I don't really much have that choice. I'll leave it in.
Well, no,
Large clumps.
don't lie. You have the ability to pick it up and put it through a grater, and then it would be pellet-like.
Armin,
So you could make pellets. You choose not to.
he's a horse.
It's
He can't pick shit up.
We We got a society where we're all animals.
Yes, we all live in a
We
society of
find
animals.
workarounds for this kind of crap.
Clearly, we don't.
I say,
I still haven't.
I got
figured
thumbs.
out how
I
to fire
can
my
pick up
gun.
shit all day long.
And I really appreciate it if you would stop doing that.
Sometimes you gotta move the shit out of the way to find the trash you wanna eat.
No one's pooping in the trash.
I am.
Don't poop where you eat.
Hey, it's the circle of life. The food that comes from the trash, I return it to the trash.
It's
after my
not a
body
circle.
processes it.
You just put it all in a hole.
Yeah,
And what
trash
is it?
cans are like holes.
A hole is like a circle.
Yeah, there we go. Some of us are just smarter than you.
One of you is smarter than me. He keeps screwing up.
Hey, if the smartest one of us is the dumbest, and you're the second smartest, that makes you the second dumbest, and that makes us smarter than you.
Yeah. Can't beat that logic.
Where can we buy that other ingredient?
You don't have to buy it.
What
It's
kind?
all in poop.
Well, what kind of ingredient would you be talking about?
Well,
I know everyone in town.
who can help us with this mystery, Betty?
If you need to talk to some folk in town, I can tell you that about buying weird chemicals. We got ourselves a pharmacy, a saloon, and the proprietor there knows just about everything that happens in town, and a general store for your less pharmaceutical chemicals.
In
Let's
fairness,
go to
our
the pharmacy first.
Our bartender is a gossip. Information does just travel.
I like the chemicals the bartender sells.
Look, we'll save the saloon for last because we might get drunk in the middle of this. Again. Because he says he needs alcohol to function properly.
He does.
And I believe him.
I need alcohol
Liquid
to function
inspiration,
improperly.
my friend.
Sheriff
Liquid
Ed,
inspiration. You can call me
Yes.
Sparky, my
would
friend.
you say there's anything else for us to discover at this train site at this time, or should we be moving on?
Are there more learning checks that should be made so that we can walk out of here with the appropriate information to go to the next step?
Well, I was expecting a little bit more searching around and a little more success from the more learned folk within the
Yeah, that
group.
didn't happen.
Wow, you're real
I'm
bad.
gonna see if I can.
How many? I'm seeing multiple.
2 1s, 4 2s, a 5, and a 6. So technically that's a
Zero.
1.
No. Oh yes, you got
Because
a
the
1.
6 is a critical
Yes, you got a
success.
1.
I'm gonna make a learning check.
Best
Okay.
roll.
I'm gonna see if there's any prairie dog tracks.
What?
Maybe I should borrow this.
Yeah, you should use some
I
other
feel like
dice.
that's a good call.
That's a net 0.
What?
You know, I tried to weight this game so that on average people would have more successes than failures. That's not working out.
Magic's in me. That's 3 1s.
So that's a net 2. No, 3.
Well, no, most of these are successes. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Hey,
I got
it's
3.
still wound up positive.
So the dice aren't going to save me.
No. But, you know, while I was, you guys were looking around and examining the now empty car that's full of some sort of strange smelling liquid, I did find this very odd mechanical bird. And it was broken behind a rock, just off to the side. I don't know if it has anything to do with this mystery, but
I would
That
like.
might
sounds
wanna
like
check it out.
from a previous adventure we
Is
had.
this a demon bird?
I don't think so. I think it's just a mechanical bird.
All right.
Something that you would need opposable thumbs to make, which raises a lot of questions.
I didn't make it. Don't look at me.
I'm just giving up.
Just. I will take a look-see at this bird, and I would like to fix it with the rudimentary tools I keep on me. Why?
that one's cracked.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
It doesn't count.
There we go.
All right. So
Let it never be said that I'm not a lenient DM.
this is why when I DM, I always roll with advantage. Otherwise, I can't challenge anyone.
No, I've seen some mighty bad rolling in my day as DM. I've seen
Okay,
some mighty
so,
bad rolling at this table, but this is taking
I have an
cake.
8, but that's only because I rolled 4 critical successes.
And two critical failures.
2 critical failures and
You're really min-maxing these.
That feels right though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mostly you're
build
minning it,
characters.
but
So, after inspecting this mechanical bird for a little bit, you realize that you are perfectly capable of fixing this. It's a simple gear and timing mechanism, and it has a little recorder on it. It seems to have some sort of sound.
Can I play it?
You wind it up, and the message is a little garbled. But it's got something about take the explosives, the bank, soon. That's about all you can make out from it. The little recording barrel that's in there spinning around, it's kind of damaged from whatever led it to be smashed up on this rock. But you get a little hint of information.
In my professional opinion, as a doctor of electrical engineering, I would say that
I thought you delivered babies.
I've done a few. They ain't got a lot of learning in this town. The role I provide is wide and varied. All right.
Did that voice
it's
sound familiar?
it's not uncommon.
It's a little garbly. Yeah, it didn't sound like anyone in town. It did have a very, sort of hoity-toity effect to it.
From Big City, eh?
Could be.
Fivels.
now do I talk like I have a big city accent?
I don't know.
He does not.
I've never been to big cities, so I don't know what one sounds like. But I sure can imagine it.
What does it sound like? Tell us. What in your imagination does that big city voice sound
I
like?
reckon I've never imagined it before, but I could.
Oh, I'd very much like to hear that.
All right, hoity-toity. I'm from the big city. Oh, nope, I'm not good at this. Let's move on.
No. Let's hear what you have to say.
My compatriot here, known.
What the hell is that?
That's it right there.
One might suspect that this is the kind of voice of which they are referring.
Yes, I totally agree.
That's so hoity-toity.
Wouldn't you agree, Chet? Yes, indeed. Shall we go to the tennis club and play golf?
Yes, but not before a quick trip to the pub. I do feel quite athirst.
Yes, let's go drink expensive liqueurs.
This is what you all sound
Well,
like.
that was disturbing. I've never seen a raccoon and an armadillo talk like this, some big city fat
I may
cat.
have had some drama classes in my past.
Okay, well now that frightening foray is over.
Where the hell did you get
continue
your
with our
education from?
Reading.
I'm sorry, what now?
Where'd you get your education? You're a doctor.
Self-educated. You can't get a better education than from yourself.
Yeah.
You write that down.
I got a
If
pretty
you
good
can know how to write.
education from big city college. I think they're pretty good.
I knew there was
No
some
one
something
asked
I
you,
liked
Mr.
about it.
Ed.
Well, they got it in small town economics.
Well, if they're setting up to rob the bank, I reckon you'll need that degree in small town economics.
Well, not if we can stop them from robbing the bank. That's what I brought the four of you in here for. Actually, I only brought one of you, and then he showed up with the other three.
They were on the way. Except those two. We had to go get them.
Well, all right. I think it's probably best if we head back to the city, the town of Cespit, I mean, and stock up on supplies. See if we can't learn some more from anything that anyone heard.
And after we leave,
Makes
Mortimer finally comes in. Oh, guys, I was hoping to meet you.
All right.
You know, it is about time for Mortimer to show up. He usually shows up about an hour after I do, and it's been about an hour out here, so let me see. Mortimer?
Mortimer.
Mortimer!
Oh, wait, there he is. I see him, Mortimer.
I think that's a
That's
rock.
just rock.
Yeah, that's a rock.
No, it's moving real slow.
It's one of those rocks that has like water.
No, I
underneath it.
don't think he's moving at all.
No, he's moving. He's moving for sure.
Why is there a vulture perched on him?
Oh, that's probably his friend Francis.
Why is it pecking his eyeball?
Maybe that's not Mortimer. Well, let's head back.
All right, I reckon
Well,
you
the
wanted
bird's
to
not
go,
committing a crime, so we can't intervene.
you wanted to go to the pharmacist, right?
Yeah, let's get some supplies.
We can't investigate a crime until it's finished. That's just what they teach you at Police Academy. You have to wait for the crime to be over before you can investigate.
If you prevent, it costs a lot less money to prevent a problem, so we can't charge them as much if the crime hasn't been committed yet.
This is
Makes
how
sense.
economics works, yes.
That's
Small
small
town
town economics. It's in our book.
You did get educated at big city.
Frank, would you kindly take us to the pharmacist?
Oh, sure. Let me run y'all back there. All right. And you hop in the taxi.
Armin,
I
I need your eyes. You keep an eye on Frank's droppings. Make sure no one takes them.
train my gun
Oh,
right
okay.
below
Can I do
Frank's
that?
blow.
No.
Would y'all kindly not point your sharp things and guns
Big knife.
towards my derriere?
just below it at the
Oh,
crown.
God. Sorry. Readjusting my gut. Oh, God.
I would like to not have my rear shot. If we could avoid that at all.
It is bad business to be shooting people that you like to spend your times with. So I would advocate only using your gun if you think it would be really funny.
Understood.
Improper gun care is not. Oh, God. Well, we're going back to reload my gun.
You get back into town. Well, I'm gonna go try to find where Mortimer got off to. Where did that damn tortoise go? Why don't you you head over to the pharmacy and pick up some supplies. I arranged for a few tonics to be left there for you.
Sounds good.
I'll catch up with you all in a few hours.
A tonic only restores 50 HP. It doesn't last very long. You can get a lot of them, but they ain't that much value later on in the game.
Son, I have 10 HP. What am I going to do with 50?
Donate it to charity.
Doesn't work that way, Big Knife.
You head
just need to
over
be more
the-
charitable.
Maybe you need to stop donating to charity. I don't know what you're giving them.
Things I cut off with my eye.
Cut off from where?
Various things and places.
And people?
No, people don't exist, just the animals.
I go into
Although
the
it is
pharmacy.
kind of curious that we make everything called people size. I don't know why that's the size we make literally everything in this world too, but it's all people sized.
If you look at the history books, it's clear that our forefathers all agreed to endure the same level of pain.
And discomfort.
And people size is what we refer to it to, because we couldn't all be happy with, one size. We just all agreed on one level of torment.
So
to
I
endure.
hoist Armin up on my shoulders so he can open the door to the pharmacy.
I'm just grateful that so
I just-
many things were designed around posable thumb.
Yeah,
I just crawl through the hole in the door.
All right. On the other side, you see a large wall of various ingredients, supplements, vitamins, and this sort of
Bulk cocaine.
peculiar. Yeah, it's mostly cocaine. This peculiar, almost like accordion-like structure. So it's made of wood, but it looks a little bit like an accordion. It's got some ridges in it. It's this odd-looking thing, and it takes up a place of prominence behind the counter. And a little bell on the door goes off. There's also a little bell over the hole in the door that the mice always seem to find. the pharmacist pokes his head up from behind the counter. Ooh, hello, welcome. It's so good to see you, Sheriff Betty.
It's nice to see you too, character whose name I know canonically.
Oh yes, allow me to introduce myself. How rude it's been. I am Sir Jonathan Hiss.
You're a badger, ain't you?
Can't you see he's a rattlesnake?
He is a rattlesnake.
Learning check.
Maybe
Is
it's
it
a badger with a
rattlesnake?
rattle.
Smooth, Honig. That's
Math.
Didn't read
You actually
no
got a
math
good roll
book.
this time.
Wow.
You got a real good roll.
Wow.
okay. So when it doesn't matter, I roll an 11.
Is he a rattlesnake?
Is it a rattlesnake? You sure his breed isn't wrong?
He's definitely a rattlesnake. Sort of yellow in coloration. And you're only looking to see if he's a rattlesnake, and he's definitely a rattlesnake.
He's a rattlesnake.
You know, I picked up.
How can I help all of you?
Mr. Ed said you had some supplies for us.
We're looking to stop them Hairy Prairie Boys.
Yes, that's marvelous, marvelous. I was just finishing up the last bits of your order. Excuse me. He goes up onto this odd device that you'd seen, and he coils himself around it. He grabs on with his tail on one end and his mouth on another to two posts. And he coils himself tight, and you see this little liquid dripping down. And he goes, "Yeesh, who's my specialty here?
Couldn't catch a word of that.
Oh, well, you can hang on for 1 moment, and it'll be done."
Couldn't catch a word of that.
And he finishes kind of squeezing with the liquid dripping down. He slithers back up to the counter, holding a bottle and then using his tail to put a cork in it. And he says, "Yes, this is my patented Jonathan Hiss snake oil."
Couldn't catch a word of that.
That one's on
This
you.
is such a long setup
was-
for
I've
a
been around a
joke.
lot of guns.
So it would seem.
So am I supposed to sniff this, snort it, drink it?
Oh, you are supposed to imbibe it.
Ain't you ever drank
wouldn't
snake
do
oil
that.
before?
I wouldn't do that.
Snake oil is remarkably restorative.
My mama taught me one thing. When it comes to tinctures and the like, it's best to be snorted.
I gotta say,
Suppose you could snort it just fine, although it may clog your sinus membrane up. It's very
Oh, she didn't have no
thick.
problem with cloggings. It was bleeding all the time.
This would have helped. I often have to thin it with molasses.
Now, is there any opium in it?
There can be.
I'll take that.
It certainly has a paralyzing agent. I can tell you that.
Oh yes, here you are. He shakes a little bit of opium out of like a salt shaker into one of the bottles and hands it to you.
Thank you. Much obliged.
Could I get 2 of those?
Well, I have just enough for one for each of you. Specifically, they restore 4 health points, which I definitely understand.
As a pharmacist.
yes,
yeah.
that's how we talk about all of our hit points, and not
When you
mixing up
talk about-
characters.
Did you just talk like an entirely different person? You sounded like a large
No.
orange cat.
More Alabama, damn it.
No, that didn't happen here. Nope.
No, that didn't happen.
The simulation seems to be breaking down.
If you place your players in the same seats they normally sit in, eventually they'll just revert to form. That's what I'm learning today.
Maybe I'm a changeling. I just change shapes a lot.
Ooh, maybe.
What on earth is a changeling?
You'll find out.
So you
someday.
each have now 1 bottle of snake oil. And it will restore 4 pips of health, should you need it. You have a bottle of snake oil with opium in it.
Does that make it restore more HP?
It doesn't do anything extra. It just slowly gets you addicted to it.
What if you're already addicted?
And it feeds that, I guess.
It
Maintaining
helps you with
normalcy.
the withdrawal symptoms.
That'd explain all the shakes I've had.
I thought that was just your conscience.
John,
Raccoon. I don't have
Yes.
conscience.
the train had some explosive stuff. I don't know how to explain any of this.
According to my rules, neither do I.
Is there stuff in here that could be mixed to make TNT?
In here? No, it's mostly opium and cocaine. Also squeezings from me.
Yeah. Nothing to make TNT though.
If possible, I would like 1 bag of cocaine, please.
Oh, yes. Sir, were you looking for the quarter, half, or full pound increments?
I was actually hoping for a trunk.
Just a bin with
Like
like
swim in it.
scoop.
Imagine a really rich duck who swims in like his gold, but
This
replace
guy
that
gets
gold with cocaine.
Oh, yes,
It
you're
gets you
talking
there.
about Mr. Scourge. Scourge McDog.
Out of big city.
Out of Big City. And his,
He sounds very hoity-toity.
Yes! Yes, he is! He's incredibly hoity-toity.
We move on to the next scene.
You know what?
Well, if there's nothing for TNT here, we better check the general store.
Well,
I
before
believe
we
the general store does carry fuses.
Well, there you go.
Let's go check that out.
now hold on, Jonathan, is it?
Yes!
You seem like a bright fella.
I like to think so, yes. I have my degree in pharmacology.
History?
And yes, history, because that's definitely a better joke.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rattle you there.
That was a dumb joke.
I liked it.
Well, since you have a degree in history,
Yes.
what do you think happened to Fervent?
You're so stupid. What are you?
Moments later, you find yourselves outside of the saloon.
I think I got a very satisfying answer that we just couldn't get into for this one.
What answer was there? You were in the pharmacy one moment and then saloon the next. The simulation broke down for a minute.
So all of a sudden, Star Wipe.
There was a dumb joke and then a wipe, Star Wars style, and now you're somewhere else, and the
Yeah.
scene's changed.
We're down by the lake to look for Sturmgrim.
Well, that was a very eventful event.
I enjoyed that
the quick time
explanation of
event.
what happened to Fervent. It felt canonical. I hope I hear it again sometime during the canonical campaign.
So you wanted to hit up the saloon or the general store?
I'm always up
General
for the saloon.
store, because I need you guys sober for that.
Huh.
Standing in front of the saloon, realizing that you may have made a mistake somehow, you're not sure when.
We go next door to
you
the
go
general
next door to the general store. And
How many generals can we get?
Just to make sure-
Fresh out of generals right now.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that we did this right, we left the pharmacy, walked to the saloon, which means we walked past the general store, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So then we all were like, wait a second.
you
and then
turned
we
around
went
and
back, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
I just want to make sure the entire town knows that.
Do we get a discount at the general store, seeing how we're all colonels now?
No, you got to be a general to get a discount at the general store.
Well, they wouldn't know. They don't have any generals to verify.
They're letting you in on a day pass right now, being all colonels.
howdy, shopkeep that whose name I canonically know already.
Really? All right. You enter the general store, and the owner, whose name is Charlie Cheval, is a horse. Is standing behind the counter, measuring out some seed, and just like taking a scoop and measuring out weight for a seed.
The horse was taking a scoop out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, using his mouth.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about how. Quit asking questions.
If he's horse, I'll get him a lozenge.
Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
These shopkeepers all sound pretty hoity-toity.
No, I am just from north the country.
North of the country.
The North Country.
Hardly hoity-toity. They mostly come from the east country.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is where big city is. Out east.
So, anyway, I believe, Marshall, you have any questions for your investigation?
Of course I have questions.
All right.
Did you sell a suspicious amount of fuses to someone?
Prairie dogs, for example.
Really anyone?
Now that you mentioned it, I have sold many fuses to prairie dogs. Many of them were wearing mustaches, which I thought was odd. I thought to myself, why would you wear a mustache? I can see that it is a false mustache, but they kept going in without and then coming back with one on. It was not a convincing look at all.
So they were shaven, you're saying?
I think they were putting a false mustache on and wearing.
So they were
that in.
stealing someone's mustache, putting it on, and then shaving it off.
Mustache theft. Write that one down, Fivels.
After we see them commit that crime, we get kill them, right?
Big Knife, what does this end cap at this general store say?
Learning check. Wow, I would actually be able to read it. It says fake mustaches.
Did you also sell these prairie dogs fake mustaches?
The first time they came in, yes, but then they came in afterwards and then they only wanted more fuses. So you see, I have a 5 fuse limit per customer.
For
And then-
safety.
Exactly. And they came back in and they bought more. I couldn't say for sure that they were the same prairie dogs, although most of them
You
had name
just said
tags.
they were!
I just thought they probably were.
Did some of them have fake noses as well?
No,
Perhaps were they wearing glasses?
no, they had name tags. It was convenient.
Did they spray
Was
paint
it the
themselves?
same name on the tag?
Were they all named Sheriff? These things seem to be easy to get.
You know, sheriffs don't have a limit on how many fuses you can buy. If they have
No,
one
no,
of
they
those.
did not say sheriff. They would always come in sets of 2s. First, you would have Robert without a mustache, and then Robert with a mustache. I assumed that they were twins.
And then Robert with an A.
So we know there's at least
Yeah.
2 Roberts. One with a mustache, one without. And one with a fake mustache. That's like.
We have a
then-
criminal
even though they
profile.
looked basically identical, and I thought to myself they could in fact be the same prairie dog.
Well, not all prairie dogs look alike.
Well, of course they don't. But these ones were exact copies of the ones who had just left.
With the exception of the mustache.
Exactly. Yeah, and I could not prove that my suspicion that they were the same prairie dog. And as you know, if you cannot prove that someone is deceiving you with 100% certainty, you must continue treating everything as it is normal.
That's
Or
the honor
stab them.
system.
That's our code as the police.
Yep, the honor system.
And so I sold them all the fuses that they required, which was 5 each time, and there were a dozen or so of them coming in.
It's a lot of fuses.
Yes, there would be quite a few fuses. I'm
That's-
sure that they won't be going to anything nefarious.
Probably even more than 5, you'd say, right?
Oh, at least 10 or more.
Wow.
So many
that more than
fuses, it's
5?
like a fusing frenzy.
It is by the math. I believe if there were 12 purchases of 5 each, they've got 60.
60 fuses.
Yes. I understand that is a mythical number to you based on your learning score, but it is very many.
I have a 69 rifle. I know there's a
I know 60. I once stabbed something at least 62 times.
The 69, this is a nice rifle.
Thank you. So,
Why is everyone looking at me?
you're the one in charge.
We got what we needed. This guy's clearly just helping criminals.
He is an accomplice.
You need me to arrest this man?
Hey,
What do you mean by arrest?
I mean, hold him against the wall with a gun.
Yeah.
Now
wait,
let
now,
him go. We
do
can't
you-
prove 100% that he committed a crime.
You promise not to do this again.
Is it illegal to sell fake mustaches?
That's a really good point.
That's a good question. Do you have a permit
let
for
me
them
do-
mustaches?
Of course, it is on prominent display, as is required by law. I have my fake mustache license right here.
Yeah,
And it's-
he's good.
Let me take a look at that.
It's a picture of him with a fake mustache on, and says approved for fake mustache selling.
I'm
You
just
know-
rolling because it's fun.
This looks legit.
It's not all terrible rolls. You still got one. You got
Wait.
one.
Wait a sec. Something wrong with your fake mustache permit. The picture in that permit is clearly a horse with a mustache.
Oh yes, I shaved it off.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Well-
I've been doing pretty good business on the fake mustaches and these bandit masks over here.
They've been buying. Who's been buying
Wait a
bandit masks?
second.
Oh, well, all of these prairie dogs that would come in, they would have mustaches, some would not, and they would always want fuses and bandit masks.
Those are good bandit masks. I buy all my bandit masks from him.
You have a very nice bandit mask.
I'm not wearing a bandit mask right now.
Oh, well, it is a very good nut mask then.
Thank you.
Well,
I am wearing a bandit mask.
I know you are, buddy. So, they got the fuses, they got the TNT, but, you know, it should be easy as long as this guy didn't sell him guns.
I did not have a permit to sell guns. I am a general store, not a gun store.
Were you selling guns under the table?
No, if you sell guns, you have to sell guns on the table.
Are you being honest here?
Of course, I'm being honest. I don't even carry guns.
Where would you go about buying guns?
I don't know. I've never bought a gun
Oh.
or sold a gun.
Have you
I have
given
no
away
idea.
guns for free?
Do I think he's being honest?
Make a moxie check.
Is there a sign next to the mask, free gun with every purchase?
No.
He doesn't sell guns. He gives them away.
You have to buy a book with it, though.
Buy a bandit mask, get gun. How about this? Did the prairie dogs empty out your outhouse for free?
Well, now that you mention it, they did. And they also struck up a very interesting conversation about how well business was doing. Not many people pay attention to my business.
13.
And what was the check for?
Let's see if he's lying about selling guns.
He's not.
All right.
Not many people care that much about how I'm doing here in my business, but as it happens, I'm doing very well in my business.
Do you have your money in the bank?
Oh, I keep all of my money in the bank. It is the safest place to keep it. They asked about how much specifically I had in the bank, and I told them the exact amount that I had in the bank, which is a fair bit of money.
Oh, how much is it? Damn it.
Fivels?
An orange cat pops up from the corner. How much money do you have in your bank?
I want it. Give me that money.
Do I see Castaxes available for purchase as well?
Yes, yeah, there's some little stacking cats, some stacking crabs.
All of them.
Oh, wow, we did expand.
So
How much money you got in there?
several thousand money units.
Well, now you see now that is
That's a lot of money
suspicious.
units.
Because she said that she knew exactly how much and told the prairie dogs, but she doesn't know exactly how much now.
Well,
Waiting
give
for a
them my
respectable
checkbook.
court. No.
You are a very trusting shopkeeper.
We use the
get it
honor
back?
system in this town.
Exactly.
I do like that all of the eyes have hearts for dots. That is a nice touch.
Is that what a heart looks like?
It is a very
No.
trusting.
As someone who's
it's
cut
not.
out a lot of hearts, yes.
This
I
is a
question
very
your
trusting
frost.
town. You know, if people ask to see something, you generally give them what they want.
Yep.
Because this town is filled with nice, lovely people that don't take advantage of you.
Yep.
And I'm sure that these, prairie dogs who are on the hairy side, especially with the mustache, they were very honest looking, I'm sure. They must live in town. Because only the town folk shop here.
Well,
Is there
hopefully.
a wanted sign that has the Prairie Dog Boys on it?
Yes.
All over.
Like
There's
right
like
next to
lots
him.
There's lots of them. Yeah.
Now, you don't
I
think...
go up to one of them and I draw a fake mustache on it.
What do you...
Oh! No! That is him!
Does it even have the name tag on the wanted poster?
This one does not. It was kind of a generic compilation of, one of the Hairy Prairie Boys. It's got the bandit mask, and you just drew the fake mustache on. If you took the bandit mask off with that fake mustache, that would be him. It would be Bill.
See, we got a name.
Come to think of it, they were all named Bill.
Yep.
It's the same name.
That's because they name them after what the paper Armin gives them after each delivery.
Some of them might be William.
They think it's a name certificate, but...
In fairness, I have named a few of those children. That's why they have why MeeMaw has 3 turds and a loaf as her offspring.
Sparky,
Yeah.
how many bills have they actually paid you?
Oh, they don't pay me in money.
Now we know where MeeMaw's getting all the little kids.
How are they paying you, Sparky?
We don't ask...
Patient doctor confidentiality.
That's illegal to
Yeah,
ask.
see
that.
what this is, the sheriff. That means you have to tell me.
No, that means you can do whatever you want to me.
Wait, he's
My
a
safe
sheriff
word
too.
is chili dogs.
He's a sheriff too.
Oh,
You
wait,
all
that-
don't think that there's...
there we go.
There's something wrong with your gun.
We don't know what...
You all don't think that the bank is in any danger, do you?
No, it's,
Oh,
sure,
no,
it's
it's
fine.
absolutely.
No, they're probably just gonna
You
blow
should
it up.
put-
about to explode right
They're
now.
definitely going to blow it up.
Go make a
Because
big withdrawal
Literally,
right now.
the entire town puts all of our money in there.
Yeah, you should all panic and pull it out all at once.
economy
It'll be
is
all right.
That sounds
Don't
like
panic.
I know.
That's the last thing I want you to do.
That all sounds like irrational advice. I think I will panic just a little bit. But drink here
Okay,
underneath the counter.
You can panic, but not enough to disrupt you doing your job.
Here's the thing, if
That's
you're
the
gonna-
worst thing that could possibly
if you're
happen.
gonna panic, it's important to panic full hog. You don't just do a little panic. You go psychotic quick.
Here's what you do.
That's how you get it out of your system, and then you come back to normal.
Go to the bank, take your money out, start buying the stuff called Prairie Dogecoin.
No. Tell me more. My learning is
Please
awesome.
tell me that there's not a sign over the general store that says now accepting Prairie Dogecoin.
It's not.
That's where the future is, trust me.
You don't even know where the sun goes at night.
It goes to sleep.
It's had a long day.
There is a sign with a little orange cat that's poorly drawn and said NFTs sold here.
All right. Do we need to go to the saloon next, fellas?
Yes.
Well, I take one of those poorly
After
drawn
this,
cats.
I need a drink, yeah.
I take one of those poorly drawn cats and put it in my pocket.
That will be a 1 bit.
A what?
A bit.
A bit.
A bit of what?
A bit of money.
Well, we use money units.
That's what we call money around here, is a bit.
Yeah, and Cespit.
In Cespit, you trade in bits because it's a bit of money.
Sparky, pay the man.
I'll write you a
Yeah,
check.
give him a Bitcoin.
Oh, well, yes, I can take the check down to the bank, and then they can put some of your money into my money.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, that will go quite well.
I hear the mortician was making their own money, calling it cryptocurrency.
This is the mortician.
Oh no, there was a gunshot. We have to leave.
We head to the saloon to drink heavily.
Just like an actual crypto bro, they start bringing it up and
Everyone
and the
leaves.
conversation dies.
The saloon.
I love the last couple of months as far-right folks have gotten more and more into crypto, and a lot of the crypto bros are going, wait, are we the baddies?
So,
We're all the baddies.
I go into the saloon and say hello to the proprietor, whose name I canonically know.
You do. The proprietor of the saloon is a chicken by the name of Isabel McCluck.
Madam McCluck.
Well, howdy doody. It's nice to see you back in here. It's been about a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Sheriff?
Yep.
Is there a toddler in the
Retired
back
sheriff.
from when they last made love and now
Or maybe some
you're,
eggs.
you're a parent and you didn't know it?
What?
No, there's not a...
Little
like,
chickens running around with
a chi-
antlers.
There's not like a
There's
chicken
not a half
tails.
chicken, half hare.
No, there's no crossbreed of chicken and
Jackalope.
jackalope going on back there. There's plenty of chickens running around, but none of them seem to be half jackalope.
Good day, Miss McCluck. I'd have like an omelet, please.
Well,
Made with fish eggs, of course, because
Well,
that's
of
all
course.
the only sort of thing we eat.
yes. So I can get you one of those. Is there anything else that I can get you today, Mr.
Big knife. I don't need any cutlery. I got that taken care of.
Well,
At
alrighty
least
then.
get the fork, big knife.
No.
Like, I know they don't call you a big knife and fork, but you should still have a fork.
Madam
Hey,
McCluck
hey.
sort of leans on Big Knife.
My daddy lost his big fork in the war. Otherwise, I would be Mr. Big Knife and Fork. Thank
Which
you very much.
war?
The war.
The big war.
Yeah, the big one.
It was
In Prairie
such
Nam.
a tragic affair, the big war.
I know, right? Down in the south?
Probably.
Down in the southeastern North Territories from the westernly states. Exactly. It was a terrible affair some unit of time ago.
I remember a small unit of time ago when my daddy looked at me and said, I wish I could have given you that fork. But I got this hat instead, so it was okay.
Now, if
Yeah, how did you get that hat?
From my daddy.
Yeah.
It is your daddy.
You should have seen the hat he got from his granddaddy.
It was
Was it
granddaddy.
the same hat?
No, of course, a different hat.
What did he do with that hat when you got this hat?
He died.
He ate it
What?
with his big fork.
You said you lost that fork.
He got a new big fork, but he broke that big fork when he was eating his granddaddy's hat.
But why couldn't he just get you another fork?
Because we didn't have the money.
Madam-
big forks
Madam
are
McCluck?
expensive.
Madam McCluck,
Go to the
you
general store.
there?
See how much a big fork is.
We go back to the general store.
if the Big Knife doesn't need a big fork, that's perfectly fine by me.
See?
I'll bring out your beluga caviar omelet,
See, the ladies, they just want a big knife.
which is
They don't care
a
about big
common food that we eat here
You're in the desert.
in the desert.
I'll just have a steak and a hot dog.
And I will
Yeah,
have
what the
some
hot dogs are
tube
made of.
grubs.
Carrots.
The usual beluga caviar, and a steak and omelet.
All right.
Nom, 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 nom.
She brings out your plates. Now, what brings all of you into my
Ma'am,
establishment?
my
They're gonna
tube
blow up the
grubs-
bank.
My tube grubs are dead. I
Oh.
specifically requested living tube grubs.
Oh, well, hang on.
They're no
just-
good if you can't feel them wiggling down your throat.
That is my mistake. Some of our clients prefer the pre-perished type.
They're wrong.
She reaches under and pulls out a jar and just uncaps it, shakes it on your plate.
Like Parmesan.
Yeah,
Wrigley Parmesan.
yeah, exactly.
At least use a knife.
I don't have a knife. You got it.
Now, what brings all of you here into town?
First, we need a round.
Yep. We're gonna sing it around.
Row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat.
Row, row, row
Row your boat,
row,
Jen.
row your boat. Jen.
Merrily, 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 life
merrily,
is but a
merrily.
dream.
What do you say?
You're
I'm getting
welcome.
flashbacks to some of the worst TNG episodes. Yep.
You're welcome.
I grew turnips and sprinkled some weird dust on them, and they got
Radishes.
big. Radishes.
Mrs. McClook, we are
Yes.
looking to stop the Hairy Prairie Boys from robbing the bank.
Oh, those awful, awful Hairy Prairie Boys.
I like that we're telling everyone to go to the bank.
It's
It's
not-
about to explode
It's an honor.
because it's in danger.
It's an honor system.
Well, unfortunately, the bank is closed on the days that are today.
The unit of time which we were speaking of regarding present
Today
is
the bank
also
is
a time
closed.
where the
It's a
bank
holiday.
is closed.
A bank holiday.
It is closed
bank
on
holiday.
Thursday in honor of all our god Thor.
So it's Arbor Day, is what you're telling me. Okay.
Oh, now I forgot to wear white.
Your hat is white. In the art.
Oh, right, they are.
In the art, which is up right now.
So yeah, bank's
that's-
gonna explode.
Have you heard any whisper from the Hairy Prairie Boys?
Well, I myself haven't heard any whispers from the Hairy Prairie Boys. So, but I'm sure that this is going to be a terrible retaliation. One of our big clients, Fetkatze von Busendorf, keeps all of his money at the bank. He recently moved his entire company operation near here to town. They're the prospecting company. And Fat Cats is coming into the saloon here at least once a week. Have a drink and get to know the town. Such a nice man he is. So it would be a terrible shame if all of his money was stolen along with the rest of the town, who keeps every last bit in the bank. Because it's the safest place to keep your money.
Yep.
And Mr. Fat Cats von Busendorf is always telling us how small town economics benefit when the bank can lend money out to other people, and we can all grow as a community from the proceeds that the bank generates by lending. It's a very boring lecture.
I did not catch a word of that.
Means well.
Who owns the bank?
Oh, the community owns the bank. If something were to happen to that bank, the entire town would be bankrupt and we'd be forced to leave because we couldn't keep our homesteads
Wait.
anymore.
So that's the problem. The town will go bankrupt and the bank's about to erupt.
What? It's a volcano?
But
Yes. That's what they're doing, right? They're making a volcano.
That's what all that baking soda was for.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
So, that sounds less
Protect
like
the
a bank
vinegar.
and more like a credit union to me.
you know,
In this generic time period, banks had not evolved to a certain standard that they are now.
you know that Mr. von Busendorf, he's been trying to run the Hairy Prairie Boys out of town. He once chased a Hairy Prairie Boy right out of this saloon.
When did that happen?
Oh, just a few weeks ago.
Is this fella in town right now?
Oh, Mr. von Busendorf is currently on vacation to the nice, wonderful island.
I love that island. I hear all sorts of good things about it.
It's a very wonderful island that has pleasant weather. And we all like taking vacations there. I hope nothing will happen to the bank. A strong community bank lending money out at reasonable rates to its citizens to continue to support the economics of the town is the backbone of our economy.
Yep. It is.
Yeah, sure. I personally cannot wait for the animal workers to seize the means of production in the current town economics.
Cespit.
Now,
Yes.
if you all will excuse me, I have to go attend to our other patrons.
How many other patrons are in here?
Oh, most of the town comes and relaxes here in the evening. So she shuffles off as you're finishing your meals.
Before you leave,
Yes,
I would like to know one thing.
Of course.
What is your tragic backstory?
Well, I have no tragic backstory. my tales at least, but many of the other ladies that work here, they have terribly tragic backstories from mostly out east, where big city and large city and old city and tall city are. And they have terrible families that didn't let them do simple things in life, like dance, or self-determination, or voting. And they came out here to find that freedom.
I shall take your word for it.
Good.
Now, who else
What
has
the
a tragic
hell is happening
backstory
with
that we
this
can interrogate?
conversation?
Maybe we should go to the bank. I gotta withdraw my money.
We go to the bank that is closed to withdraw our
I'm
money.
pretty sure withdrawing the money at this point would just be robbing it.
No, that's not true. Because there aren't any
Cluck
birds here.
has gone on to.
I don't use the
guest.
bank. I keep all my money under my hat. Thank you very much.
You're broke.
At least I ain't bald.
Don't forget to turn your hat.
Slava Ukraine.
We were doing screen tests and we realized that if you don't have the hat turned so you can see the tail, it just looks like he's Russian.
Then have more vodka, please. I am Soviet raccoon.
Oh, look!
For you.
A tractor! It's on its way here! We must flee!
All right, so into the bank.
Before you go, someone at the bar pipes up, just seated a couple of chairs down from you all. Whew. Well, I hear you're trying to stop the Hairy Prairie Boys. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Who are you to stop the Prairie Boys? Huh? Think you're so tough? Gonna have to be if you want to take on the Hairy Prairie Boys.
Big knife.
Oh, they got bigger knives than that.
But this is a lie. There were no bigger knives.
Sheriff, I may suggest that this man warrants you moving from shorter mid-range to a long-range distance so that your weapon will be more effective when we inevitably have to shoot him.
You want me to rough him up?
I don't mean no trouble. But those Hairy Prairie Boys, they mean business. Best to run away, I say. But if you're gonna fight them, you might wanna take up a good position to fend them off. As I know when they're hitting the bank, and everyone keeps telling me that I'm crazy.
You're crazy. Let's get out of here. What time?
What position would be best for stabbing him?
Now, hold on, Big Knife. What are they hitting the bank?
Well, they're supposed to be hitting the bank later tonight. See, all the money's there right now. It's about ready to be, transferred back to Big City to go to the large vaults. Keep it real safe.
Well, now, how are they going to let out loans to us little people so we can boost up our economy if they send all the money back to Big City? Now, that sounds like a bank, not a credit union.
They just send some of the money back for safekeeping.
Oh,
Keep the rest to have the loans around. But this is the time you want to rob it, because that's when you can take the money. You see, I was out with my friend. Grabs his hat. My dead friend. He died in that train crash. His name was Raphael Zorro. He was one sly fox. And we were out.
He was a badger.
We were out trying to gather some desert succulents. They make such nice houseplants.
They do.
And all of a sudden we heard a terrible screeching. And we were trapped under that train as it came careening off the tracks. It killed Raphael pretty quick. But I was pinned underneath it. Somehow I managed to get through unharmed. I heard those Hairy Prairie Boys, they were talking. They was talking. And they said that they were hitting the bank tonight. And they have some of them explosives ready. they were gonna make the T and the T's to blow the bank sky high when they left. They'll take all the money with them. Don't know how they were gonna do that.
Why, if they blow it sky high, all the money's gonna be up in the air. How are they gonna grab it?
It'll
Good
come back
point.
down.
I'm gonna use more explosive, blow it back down.
Now do me a favor. Do me a favor, all right?
Okay.
Jump. Now you see how you went up?
Yeah,
Did you stay up?
yeah.
No, so you went back down.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's how that works.
Well,
See,
that's-
so when their money goes up, it will come back down.
I heard him
You
saying
are a
they were gonna
doctor.
tunnel into the bank, take the safes, and blow the whole thing to pieces. That way no one could ever prove that they was there. And thus they could never be charged with a crime, because in our society you have to be 100% certain that that person committed the crime.
Thankfully, our society doesn't believe in executing extreme violence against people without probable cause.
Yep.
Exactly.
What a terrible society
I
it would
know,
be
right.
if we had a violent justice system that attacked people for no real reason just because it was fun.
And
Look, we need to stop bickering. We need to go shoot these guys.
Yes.
I
Or
reckon
stab
the
'em.
marshal is right. Let's not get caught up with who shot somebody. Let's
Wait,
go
did-
shoot some more people.
Yeah!
Who are you?
Yeah!
My name's Lucius Gluck.
I think he's a badger.
They call me Lucky. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna head on out of town before trouble starts.
Wait,
Maybe
He
Lucius,
hops
Lucius.
away, doesn't he?
One more quick question. Your friend,
Yes,
the fox.
yes.
When you last saw his body, like the state of his coat, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a hat would it make? Do you think?
Oh, don't worry about that. I got that hat. I picked it up already. Don't even worry.
I'd say probably 1. His body was mighty mangled and torn to shreds. There was fur everywhere. I'll be haunted in my nightmares forever.
Fairness.
Well, have a good
When
day.
the shreds are easier to work with. You can kind of customize the look. It works out great.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fun. Yeah. No, it's a good time.
Well, good luck to y'all. I hope you don't get blown sky high by the Hairy Prairie Boys.
No, we'll just come back down though. We'll be fine.
Now that I know how that works. Thank
No,
you.
I think it's you weren't high enough with your jump that you didn't get to the sky.
To the ceiling.
Well, hold up there, Lucky.
Yeah.
I rub his foot.
Why are you rubbing my foot?
It's a thing.
It's also a bold assumption of you to think that I have feet.
I'm pretty sure I'd be able to see them.
It could be non-corporeal, all right?
In lieu of feet, I'm sure
Could also
Fivels
be
would
a
care to
snake.
rub the stump.
Lucky, are you a snake?
I am.
That was not clear to me.
Wait, that means he's
I was
bald.
under
You
the
can rub his
impression
head
that
for
you
good
were a
luck.
badger based on.
Do you have any
reason
oil I
my
could buy?
neighbor.
There's gotta be a badger in this town.
Yo.
Is it a badger?
Yeah, I'm a badger.
Are you sure you're a badger?
Yeah.
He's the local card sharp.
Well, I'm not gonna badger you any further. I'm sorry, man.
I'm not the local card shark. That's the card shark. Hey.
It's also a badger.
He's got like a fish pole on his head.
Wait, we can eat fish, right?
Yes, we can eat this guy. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's a shark. We can eat him. Roll for initiative.
No, wait. You don't want to eat seafood in a desert town.
No.
Which he just did. He just ate boiling caviar.
No, I ate an omelet made out of whale eggs. Whales are mammals. I eat fish.
You got a lot
He's
of learning. for a
He's
moment.
right. That makes you a cannibal.
Let us head to the bank.
Before I
How I
walk
got my
off,
hat made me a cannibal.
before I walk off, does anyone else in this saloon seem like they have important information that would help us?
No.
I shout that, actually. Does anyone else in this saloon have relevant information for our quest?
Are there any NPCs available who would like to
Not
perform
put
an
your
info
hand
dump
down,
for
big
the
knife.
players?
There are no more relevant NPCs for the players to talk to here.
I'm gonna go get.
Huzzah!
I'm gonna go get Sheriff Ed. Let's meet at the
Well,
bank.
hold up. I want to make sure I use the bathroom before we go on a stakeout.
Oh, all right. Just
So Fivels goes to use the bathroom.
Okay.
right where you stand.
Poops on the floor.
I join him.
That's how it works.
What?
It comes out my butt. I know.
If we all go poop in the same place, maybe we can catch
Oh
the
yeah.
prairie dogs red-handed trying to steal our poop.
Maybe. You're
Unless-
inside right now.
What if they already got all the
try
poop they need?
True. Well, let's all just go poop out in the middle of the street just to be safe.
You might not ever have enough poop, so it's worth a try.
All right, we poop out in the street, and I'll just sit there and watch it with my gun.
So we all poop in the street and we find positions to stake out looking for the prairie dogs.
Okay.
I've made some choices to get where I am today.
Mostly whiskey.
All right. You're pooping out in the street.
Yep.
This segment is brought to you by 7-year-olds. That's half our demographic. The other half-
7-year-olds, we poop when we want. Get used to it.
It's,
You put that on a t-shirt.
I'm 7. I poop where I want.
You can't stop me.
We only sell adult sizes. Now, so I don't know. I've never met a 7-year-old that's just like, I'll just poop in the yard. I've never met that. But now,
Well, you should buy my parenting book.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
It's called Shitty Parenting Tips.
Just let your kids go where they want.
I heard that was number 2 on Amazon for a little bit.
The fact it wasn't number 1 really pissed me off.
It was a load of crap.
What a bunch of horse shit.
Has anyone come for the poop yet?
We're too busy making poop jokes and it's gone.
Make
We
a
really
monster
flushed that
check.
opportunity.
Well. 9.
9?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I ignore stuff on Moxie checks.
All right.
What are we doing?
While you're waiting there, you see the ground kind of burble up and go, and then the
Take a shot.
like, hey, go ahead.
What range am I?
Well, since you had time to set up and prepare, I'm gonna guess you're at least at long range.
All right. There's a lot of numbers here.
Good thing.
That's
6.
You hear someone go, ah, dang, and then, like the poop is gone, but you do hear someone say, scream out in pain.
Well, I reckon they learned their lesson.
Problem solved. That time saved the bank.
And that's the story of how the bank was saved by shooting the poop bandits.
Head home.
Cue Western music and slow scrolling
Right off into the sunset.
I got
as the camera slowly pans out over the city. The hero walks
Sunset.
down Main Street.
I just go, hey, Sheriff Ed! Yelling down the street.
Yeah, what? Sorry, I was waiting for Mortimer to come back.
The Hairy Prairie Boys are robbing the bank tonight to try and steal all the townsfolk's money.
They just stole our poop.
Oh, dang it.
I
hate-
like that poop.
I hate when there's
Now
poop
we
thieves
put all our
around.
poop in the bank.
All right.
we gotta keep it safe.
You want to help us break into the bank so we can defend it?
Well, you won't have to break into the bank. I can open the bank up. being a sheriff in all the town.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have keys too. I never gave those up.
Yeah, we know. We changed the locks. All right. Well, hang on. Let me just wait for Mortimer. Mortimer?
He ain't coming.
Give him a minute. Mortimer?
You got a lot to
Where
learn.
is that? Him over there?
Over where?
Over there. Yeah, let me point my gun over there so I can like direct.
No,
Yeah, there.
Well, at least you scared that
Where the-
vulture away.
Where the gunshot hit?
no, that's his sister Morticia.
No, that's not Mortimer. That's just a desert shrub.
Oh no no.
That's just a pile of dung.
Was that snake that just gave us the information about when the prairie dogs were going to steal from the bank?
No, I wouldn't have shot him. So it couldn't have been him.
No, Mortimer's just inside the sheriff building. What do we call that?
It's the sheriff's office.
Right. Mortimer.
How did he become sheriff?
Mortimer.
No one else would take the job.
Maybe Mortimer would volunteer, but just took a while for
He
him
said
to muster up the courage.
he said he was comfortable as deputy.
Oh, okay.
They offered him the job, and he turned it down.
Well, in fairness, don't he keep his bullet in his pocket? Kind of ineffective there.
Mortimer doesn't like to carry around loaded weapons.
I heard he's also in a gunfight. He's pretty slow on the draw.
Yeah, he's a pacifist.
Is problematic. Although, I would posit that Mortimer would be very effective as a frisbee.
You know
Oh,
what I
that's true.
heard?
We do play frisbee golf with Mortimer.
Yeah.
As you know, my pappy was in the Great War. He actually fought with Mortimer.
Yes, back in the time ago.
Yeah, the time ago. Yeah, in that Great War, that war left him shell shocked.
That's true.
On account of being a tortoise and all.
Well, you know, if
He
anyone
had
else,
seeing all that horrible death, destruction, and bloodshed. Yeah.
Yeah, ever since he came back, he kind of hid in his shell.
That's true. And he's been around longer than any of us. Since he's approaching 100, on account of him being a tortoise.
And most of us have a lifespan of maybe 10 years tops.
Yep, he's known a whole lot of us. And a lot of us have known him. And a lot of us have died.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go die at the bank.
And kill things too. Kill things.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to borrow those keys, by the way.
Well, I'll just open it up. I'll come and help defend the bank with y'all.
I know, I just wanted to have a pair.
You know we're just gonna change the locks again, Betty. You kept breaking into the pharmacy and stealing the cocaine.
It's for my leg.
We know it's for your leg. You keep overdoing it.
How can you overdo cocaine?
I don't think that's a thing.
Betty, I keep
I'm
telling
very
you,
well
you don't.
read. That's not a thing. You can't overdo it on cocaine.
Now,
You
Or
don't steal it.
methamphetamine.
Or
It's civil
snake oil.
forfeiture when we do it.
See, the key is you gotta cut it with snake oil. That's why I do my heroin with snake oil.
now we should take some time
To set up.
to set up, and if they're gonna hit the bank tonight, well, see, as you know, the Hairy Prairie Boys' MO is to burrow, work underground, as it were.
Is that why we couldn't find him?
Yes,
They went underground.
they were underground, literally.
Why we probably should have thought of that first.
Y'all didn't think of that?
So, do you think they're all carrying around TNT?
It's a high likelihood.
Well, then my guess is they're probably going to try to throw the TNT into the bank to create holes in the floor where they can burrow up in. And then they'll just take the safes right out and blow the whole bank up.
We've all been part of a bank robbery before.
There ain't no banks up in the mountain. I didn't rob no banks up there.
I'm not quite familiar with that.
I did other things up there.
It's a rite of passage. You're not a man or a full-grown adult until you've robbed a bank. It's required.
No, we weren't robbing the bank. We're going to be defending the bank, but we're still part of it.
Like I said, rite of passage.
Yeah. Fivels needs one of those, or a couple.
So I'll let us into the bank, and why don't you all take some time to set up positions and see if you can't fortify anything.
Like wine.
Like wine, or your position is what I meant.
Use Mortimer as cover.
If he gets there in time.
Right, yeah.
Well, let's see what kind of state they left the bank in.
We're in the state, right?
Yeah, the state.
Got a couple of straps of leather and putting Mortimer on my arm like a buckler.
I think he's several times larger than you.
That's why it's going to be very effective.
All right, this is the bank. This is where you're gonna have your shootout.
Woohoo!
So
Now, hold on, we could solve this peacefully.
Nope.
no, you can't.
Hey, Knife, you want to do this peacefully? No, I don't.
I keep telling you,
yeah.
don't talk to your knife.
Hey, Fivels Guns, you want to do this peacefully?
Hell no.
Let's kill them all.
Now, okay, it does not sound like that. Like, oh, it kind of sounds like this. Dooba-dooba-doo. Yeah, there you go.
That's an affirmative.
So go ahead and place yourselves anywhere you want in the bank and rearrange, any of the furniture or anything. You go ahead and set it up how you like it. You got some time to consider here.
Can we
Make
prop
nice
the
and big for
tables against
folks.
some of the windows?
Hey, you got the time to, move stuff around. Go right ahead. Whatever you think will be best.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Force them through the doors.
Well, they're probably gonna come up from underground. They're gonna break through the floor.
The plan is, I think,
But they
Big
wanna
Knife doesn't
throw-
plan that far ahead.
They want to throw the TNT into the place first.
right through the windows, perhaps. All right. Well, we'll put all the safes in my house for safekeeping.
Safety first.
Now, I think it would be safer for us to each put one of the saves in our own home. That seems like a fair
All
split.
right, I'll
Maybe
take the
a
heavy.
combination
live
of tactics.
In the big city. I'm not dragging that across
You're right.
the
I'll keep
desert.
his share.
We'll get Mortimer to carry.
That's
Mortimer!
Nope, not here yet.
I don't think he's here yet.
So where do we think? Where do we want to be?
Okay, so
Well, I think we should block that back door.
Let's protect some of these windows.
I mean,
over here.
if we're under the impression that they're not coming from underground, which I thought they were, but if that's
Well-
not a thing, then
Well,
No,
they'll
I
have to
think-
blow holes.
I
in
think
the
they have
floor
to, because
first.
it's a hard floor. They'll have to break it open.
can we, illustrious dungeon mistress,
Yes.
are we allowed to move some of these things that are on the outside and the inside? I imagine these stone walls,
the stone walls cannot be
but
moved.
the boxes,
But
and
the boxes and barrels,
yeah.
yeah, you can move them.
Okay.
Yeah, as a mouse, I can definitely move that box.
I was just thinking that, like, as nice as it is to use the tables as a barricade, we're also going to want cover inside.
That is true.
So,
Good
like, we don't want to just be standing out here in the open as they come through the front door.
So what if we did some like
Yeah.
barricades?
There you go. That's using your noodle.
Now,
Oh, yeah, put me
while
right in the
you
middle of
guys
that.
Are setting up.
You want to be in the middle?
We need
Put
to
me right in the
do,
middle.
We need to make an initiative roll so I can place you in the combat. And to do that,
Let's put a
you need to roll number
Can we
d6.
get the carts inside?
You get one
Ah.
d6 per 10 feet of movement.
Can we move a cart inside?
Round up or down?
Round up. Can you move a cart inside?
I mean, these carts are pretty big. I wouldn't know. if we could
I'd
move
say
inside.
that you probably couldn't move the cart inside. It's a little large.
But we could maybe
Box.
put them on the outside, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And in theory, I could take the wheels off so that they'd be much harder to move. So getting through that doorway would be much harder.
Yeah, we could do that.
Did you make an initiative roll down there, Fivels?
Yes, I did.
All right, what was your...
3.
You said it was for 10 feet of movement. We get a die.
Yep, every 10 feet of movement, and then add up your successes.
Oh, successes?
Yep.
1.
Oh, so
One.
if I just had 2 successes, I got a 4 then.
You got
3.
Okay.
I got 4
What
and a
was
cat
yours,
butthole.
Betty?
1.
I'm gonna place myself.
And what was yours, Sparky?
1.
Where do we want
And
this
what was
last
yours,
test?
Big Knife?
3.
3.
I think it would be good for one of us to like be back here in this corner,
Yeah.
so that we've got a clear view of the safes. That's where people are gonna try and get.
Yeah.
So I think one of us should try and hang back there, maybe with the door open, so that we can. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. I was thinking if the door's open, then maybe we can shoot through from there.
I'm gonna hide myself outside, kind of like in front of the doors there.
I do like that.
Stab anyone who tries to enter that way.
You are Big Knife.
Do we want to grab some of these crates to
Stab
cover
them.
up the windows?
Yeah, I thought that would be a good idea.
My sheriff badge. Stab.
Good. We also have this shelf here.
Would you like help moving? Okay, I see what you're doing there.
Why did we give you a knife?
That was a big mistake.
Big knife, big mistake. That's
Best kinds of mistakes.
Now, should we do anything special with this bright red barrel that was meticulously
I feel
placed?
like you and I right now are hosts of a
I think it's
really
just painted that
awful,
way.
like public
Oh,
access,
It's fine.
like wildlife
We should
show
put it right next to
in
Fivels,
Arizona.
like that.
you want to pitch it?
Yes.
We'll record it.
Like that?
Here I have this
Yeah. So,
This,
do I need to make an
rattlesnake I found in my yard.
learning check to
Looks tasty.
disable the?
Yep. Should we kill it
Disable the
first?
carts.
Oh, to break the carts?
Yeah. I don't know how hard it would be to like just break the wheels off.
Probably not hard.
What are you trying to do? I was working on.
Break the
Disable
miniatures?
disable the carts so they can't move.
What if we want to light them on fire and push them at something?
Well, I would say this: if you wanted to disable them, it's not all that hard to do. I mean, you can just smash the wheels; they're wooden wheels. You do know that they are a critical part of the town infrastructure. The carts moving around, so
Does he know that?
these two would. But you know, I'm not saying no. I'm saying there might be a consequence.
Yeah, but consequences sound like they're for part 2.
Let's put Sheriff Ed next to Fivels.
Now, I think for Sheriff Ed, he needs to get to cover. So maybe we should put the cart before the horse.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We probably should do that. You want,
Fatality.
do you want me watching the safes in back?
Yes.
Yes,
Or
let's have
would
the
you
person
like
who's
it?
repeatedly talked about stealing the safes.
Well,
It's
because
very
your
hard to
weapon-
move the safes. So
I almost wonder if what we want from you is to stay outside.
Up on the roof.
hey Ed.
Maybe
Yeah,
not
you
even
do it.
that, because you're big on long and sniping range. So like, I would almost put you
Oh,
Over here.
up in the.
like maybe we flip the cart over and you hang out underneath it and you shoot
Oh.
at the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But I'll do it over here because the camera can see in that area.
There's no windows over
You
there.
can hide among
Oh,
the
that's
trees
true.
and stumps.
Actually, if you're on the cart, the camera will see you.
yeah. And I would.
Do you have anyone guarding the rear?
I was thinking about hanging out in that back corner there.
Okay.
But I don't do a whole lot of damage. My big thing is about stunning folk. So if I was going to put anyone in the back, I'd actually put Fivels back there. But that's
No,
also.
I can
Fivels.
shoot the people that you stun back
We
there.
put the
Go
red
bang,
barrel.
bang, bang.
We put the red barrel next to you for safekeeping.
Maybe it make more sense to have me inside
Well, I was.
because I'm more the close range guy.
Well, I figured you might want to.
Big Knob, get back in
I
here.
figured you might want to stand like right here, so that when they come through, you can just be like stabby. You can just shank them, polite, non-lethally, shank them,
No, that's
not
not a big
prison
knife.
style.
Knife goes in, knife comes out.
Have you been listening to our Destiny 2 streaming?
No.
We stream Destiny 2 Wednesdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And with the new weapon, the glaive, in Destiny, I've been going stab, stabby, thrust, stab, stabby, thrust, slash, 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 and stabby, stabby, thrust.
The main
stab,
thing I remember
man,
is
thrust, thrust,
playing
thrust.
a whole crap ton of Destiny 2 years ago and none of his friends wanting to play with him. And all of a sudden, like, oh, let's go stream Destiny.
It's almost like you have the power to join them now, and yet you haven't.
Not because
Because I
of it, too.
played so much Destiny 2.
Well, whose fault
So-
is that?
Armin, where do you want to be?
I was actually okay. So as I think about this more, I think
No, I should
we
play
want to
Destiny
put
more. Get back into that.
Ed. What range increment would you say that your weapon has? Do you think it's a close range weapon or a medium range?
Oh, I'm pretty much, close and mid range. I got my 6-shooter over here.
I want to put him back here.
To protect the safes.
This is like a
Now,
gun tied
Mr.
to his
Ed,
hoof.
It's
How else do you
no, it's
shoot
around.
it?
No, he's got a
Horseshoes.
He
and
pulls the
hand
trigger.
grenades.
he's got a belt and holsters. It's around his
Yeah.
waist.
Oh.
And then he pulls the trigger to shoot it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I'll move.
if you all know how
If I can
guns
take
work.
one of these, I
Yeah.
think I kind of want to hang out maybe in this corner too. Get a view of the door.
So ostensibly, you want me way off.
I mean, it's up to you, but I figure since your
Long
dice
range.
are going to have difficulty inside,
Yeah.
because short range and mid range aren't really. I mean, mid range may exist, but you're not really great
So,
with that.
are we
so-
having anybody aside from you outside?
No, maybe I should stay inside solely for.
No, I'm thinking we should have more people outside, because otherwise we're just going to be throwing TNT into the building. We're all just like hiding into in enclosed spaces.
We don't know that. Maybe they throw that part of the plan out.
I have this little piece of advice for everybody.
Yes, Sheriff?
Yeah, as Sheriff Ed is loading his gun.
Split the party.
And, if you get a piece of TNT thrown at you, it should do about 4 pips of damage, and that would hurt. It also blow a hole in the floor that the Hairy Prairie Boys could come up through. But remember, with all things in gaming that explode, you have a chance to throw back. And if you were to, do so, it might require a grit check.
I'm okay with that.
Point of order. Point of order.
Objection!
TNT cannot overwhelm a wooden table. So if we hide behind a wooden table and TNT goes off, we're fine.
Can't
Because
deform.
explosives can't break tables.
Tables are
You know
famous.
that from playing first-person shooters like Call of Duty, where you hide behind the table when the grenade is thrown and you see the little icon, right?
As good as my range is, I am a little worried that having a
you rolled a
bad
4 on
leg,
knowledge
that
check,
if I'm
so question
alone
that
and
knowledge.
surrounded, I won't be able to get to safety.
Oh yeah, no, having you outside is definitely a danger. But it was also the only thing I could think of with your range rank movement.
Wow.
Or on the roof.
Yeah,
On the
can
roof
I be
too
on
is
the
also
roof?
An option.
All right. There.
I mean, I don't
What
see
kind of
why
roof
not.
is it? I might have trouble walking on it.
Or
Well,
We have plenty of time to get you up there, though.
it's a... Given the area you're probably in,
It's probably clay tile.
it's probably a clay tile roof. Yeah. It's probably mostly flat with a couple of holes for water to drain out when it does rain, which isn't often. I would say, I don't know how mechanically we're going to do that, but...
Physically, we're gonna put me on the roof.
Let's
hey,
take
you know
the
what?
barrel, the red barrel, and blow a
I
hole
can-
in the roof so you
let
can
me
look
go grab a
in.
That barrel's
riser.
not explosive,
I
it's
have
just red.
risers.
Oh yeah.
I
grab a
didn't
riser.
expect you guys to go with. I want to be on the roof, but let me grab a riser. Hang on.
Hey, let's all be on the roof.
And just leave all the money below
Yeah.
for the burrowing creatures.
yes.
We'll have a party on the roof. We'll bring our antenna
Also,
switches.
alternatively, a much easier solution than you shooting up from the roof. Maybe you pick a spot next to a window.
I could do that.
No, we're getting the riser.
I'll just hang in this corner, and if we remove this one
Betty,
barrel,
I swear to God, if you don't get on that fucking roof.
I'll just go between these two windows here.
Yeah, on the roof. Where I need you, Betty.
Come on back. I'm gonna be inside because if I go down, I need someone to revive me.
Oh, you want to stick next to me? You go down. I'll just electrocute you back to life.
That's what I'm counting on.
That's not how it works.
Are you a doctor?
Are you asking,
Doctor.
do I have a piece of paper that has doctors and quotes?
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm just saying, he might not be a doctor, but
I'm
we're
gonna
talking
stay
military
inside.
strategy, and we're all colonels.
All right. I will leave the riser
There's a
there
kernel of
in
truth
case
to
you
that.
change your mind.
All right.
Do you all have your strategy established?
Shoot
Are,
'em.
are you
Stab.
happy?
Shoot him.
Shoot.
Okay.
I'm not really happy, but I'm happy for this right now. Oh, okay, so I'm again. Okay.
Wait for things to go bad and roll out away, so I'm this last surviving member to tell the tale of how we all
Do we have
died.
more LaCroix
Now-
sitting
Me.
around?
Somewhere.
You have not been in the studio for a game before. Neither of the center two players here have. But given the limitations of the space that we're in, I often can't reach the map very well. So that means that there are going to be some asks of you two being the
place.
nearest to me, and I'm able to hand you things to place things on the map.
Oh, yes, I will put this enemy within stabbing distance.
Fivels, I need to trade spots.
All right,
You know the plan.
here's this group.
Where are they going?
Place them sporadically around the far edge.
Over there.
Yep, over there. Now, you may observe that the various Hairy Prairie Boys have numbers on them. That is to help me keep track of which ones they are. They are nothing more than that. Just want people to know.
The number one is the most important. Kill that one first.
And then, if you wouldn't mind placing this little cluster over kind of along the back here.
That's your sniping tree. You don't want to knock that over.
Nope.
You're gonna need to sit in that.
What's
Okay.
Hairy Prairie Boys?
Very good. And you're all set?
Is it
In place?
nighttime?
It's
Is
nighttime.
it a dark, stormy nighttime?
As the night settles in and the sun goes to sleep below the horizon, as Big Knife believes it does.
Where else
Can't
would
prove me wrong.
Every night the sun dies, and every morning it is reborn like a phoenix.
and it is only returned to us through sacrifice.
It is returned to us through the mercy of our great god Thor.
Yes,
That
let us
is why-
sacrifice many prairie dogs to Thor tonight.
Whose last name is Hemsworth. Thor.
God,
Named after the great actor Liam Hemsworth.
When he watches this podcast, he's going to be so upset you said that joke.
when Chris Hemsworth watches our dumb D&D podcast, he's gonna be so mad. I can just picture him now, like a little tear comes rolling down his cheek. Like,
Make sure
they
to
don't
add him.
respect my work.
Yes, that's what he sounds like.
That's
I was in the
exactly
Men
it.
in Black reboot.
I'm a Ghostbuster ally.
All right, you guys are now here as night falls, and you start to hear the slow pitter, patter, drip, drop of rainfall, and then a crash of thunder as a storm rolls in, and lightning strikes are lighting up the horizon, and you get these little glimpses of dumb-looking prairie dogs. Some wearing mustaches, most of them not, all of them in bandit masks.
Do they all have name tags?
I'll say Bill.
I'll say Bill. And they are slowly approaching. They're a few hundred yards away, and then you see them burrow down. So you see the Hairy Prairie Boys come into view and then burrow underground. You see little sparks flying up in the air, and then this little pathway kind of meandering under the soil. Then they burst up just a few dozen feet out in front of the bank. And we begin combat now. And Fivels,
Yeehaw!
you are the first one up, followed by Big Knife. Then there's a group of them, and then it is Betty and Sparky.
Yep. That tracks in.
Big Knife, how many you see out there?
Learning.
I mean, I wasn't gonna make you make a check for that one.
Is that a standard action or a free action?
Well, if you're not making, I got 2 6s and 2 1s. So if you're not making me do a check, then
That's 2.
how many?
Yeah,
4.
No.
You have 4. Yeah,
So look out the window there.
you count to 4. You cannot see the ones on the side that has no windows.
Ow. Or the side that I can't see.
Can I go in front? I'll go in front of Big Knife. Look out the window. See number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna shoot at him twice.
Okay. That looks like that's probably, I can't tell the exact distance from here. Someone want to count roughly the number of squares?
About 45 feet.
All right. At 45 feet, that's going to put you in long range.
That is. If I don't have critical failure with this, right?
You don't. Fivels' special ability is that you don't get critical successes, but you don't get critical failures either.
Well, I rolled a total of 3.
A total of 3. Since he has no cover out there, you'll be able to hit him. And do what are your...
I do 4 pips of damage.
Nice.
All right, on number 1.
Yep, and
Okay.
I'm gonna fire at him again.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a single No, wait, no. A single success. Rolled 3 1s.
Well, he's in no cover, so that does meet it.
Hear that, prairie dog boys? You get out. This bank's protected by.
Psychos!
Yeah, we are not mentally well.
The honor system.
I'll have you know my knife is perfectly sane.
As you shoot at that hairy prairie boy, your shots go very close. One thing I'm explicit about in this game, HP does not necessarily represent your just physical health, so you can be rattled by shots too. The bullets go real close to the hairy prairie boy, just whizzing right by him. Looks all rattled now, and he yelps out, "Bark! Bark! Bark!" Because that's he's a prairie dog, and dogs go bark. Duh.
Stab, 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 stab. Sounds like being attacked in front of your face.
He yelps out in terror, and the rest of the prairie dogs seem pretty nervous about that too. But now it is Big Knife's turn. What do you want to do, Big Knife?
Moisten my lips first.
Very recommended.
That was a very
That's kind of what I called.
There's Big Knife in there.
Big Knife does the prospect of killing someone just dry your lips out?
Well,
Unbelievably dry.
we are sponsored by Blistex brand chapstick.
No!
No, we're not.
Is Blistex awful?
How many children have Blistex killed?
I don't want them to sue us.
Blistex sues, I got you covered.
No, you don't.
We don't have chapstick money.
True violence. Actually, if I remember correctly, the company that actually did originally create chapstick is awful. Like, it's incredibly evil. Like,
Great.
Is there a BCB episode on that?
I think they are mentioned in one.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Anyways,
We're trying to kill some people here, guys.
They're not people, they're varmints.
We're all varmints.
No, you're a varmint.
No, we're vermin. Anyways,
You
so
take that back, big.
can I jump through a window for fun?
Why not?
Yes, sure.
Sure.
Why don't you give me a brawn check?
Okie dokie. That's.
Big enough. I think you had a bit too much at the saloon.
Can you do that
Too much
stealthily?
beluga egg.
Can you stealthily leap through the window?
Man, they love ones.
Right?
Did you roll the right one?
Yeah, I'm rolling them all. So it comes out net 0.
All right.
So a raccoon jumps into the window and rolls off.
Just donk.
I'm just assuming that you aim for like one of the boxes, or like you
There's
go halfway through and then like you just fall on the.
There's a raccoon that jumps up at the window and goes and like plants fall on the window and just.
He tripped on Fivels there.
So.
Ow, my tail.
Yeah.
So Goody says I want it behind cover.
Yeah.
Fivels is too small to kill this cover.
You're behind cover. That I'm gonna say that move took half your movement.
There's a door, you know.
See, I have cover. See, I went up into the window,
All right.
fired both my guns, and got thrown to the ground.
So I open the door.
Okay.
Go behind this cover.
All right.
Are you gonna close the door?
No.
He has the bloodthirst going.
And a concussion.
That's a genetic issue.
From wearing your dad's butt on your head for the last 10 years.
Is that what you're doing this turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm behind the wall.
Then after Big Knife, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 get to go in this group. After Big Knife.
That's all of them.
Yep.
Okay.
And number 1, which is that one, that's gonna move over to hide behind the cart a bit, get into partial cover. Yeah, right about there. And then number 1 is gonna take a shot at Big Knife, and that looks to be about 30 feet. Is that right there?
About, yeah. It might be a little higher.
Well, that is okay, because
It depends if you count
if it's under
diagonals
40 feet,
or how you
because
count
it's
them.
definitely more than 20 feet.
So half wall like that is a half cover.
Well, since you're on this side and cover is relative, you currently have no cover from number 1, because you are. Oh wait, no.
Kinda. It's
I'm behind the
No,
wall.
I'm seeing it. I can't see the full wall from my particular angle, but I think you get half
Yeah.
cover. You get half cover, and they get 4 successes. So you take 3 damage, and then number 2 also hides behind. No, number 2 charges forward and hides behind the wall there, and number 2 is going to shoot at Fivels, who is also behind partial cover, and Fivels also is going to take 3 damage from this. They're rolling really well right now. Number 4 charges up next to number 2 and is going to take a shot at Big Knife. And no, does not. Misses that shot and pings wide. And then number 4 is going to charge.
What was number 3?
Oh yeah, number 3. Excuse me. Number 3 charges all the way around to the other side. He's going down the far side there.
brave.
Well, that's not a smart move.
That's a brave little gopher.
That's
They're
a
on on the side of like the building.
dumb little shit.
Along the side of the building.
Okay.
Yep.
So
They are going to use their standard action, and they're going to keep moving. So they're kind of just past the midway point with the amount of movement they can do. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. And now it's the other 4 that you can't see. So I'm
I
gonna.
could probably see this one through this window.
Oh yeah, you probably could. So number 12. Let's move up there. And number 12 is gonna take a shot at Betty. Betty, I think at that angle, you're probably in full cover. That's a really hard angle. And that's also a really long shot, so they don't get much in there. And you just hear the bullet ping on the side of the building. Then
Prairie Boys never good at aiming.
Bullets can't go through wood walls.
Nope.
these guys
They can go into mice, though.
are all they're all moving up. And it is now Betty's turn.
All right, can I see this one who just shot at
Yeah,
me?
you definitely can see that one.
All right, I'll take the stock of my gun, break the window out, and I'm gonna take a shot
Okay.
along there.
They're in partial cover.
But they are at long range, right?
I think.
It's almost 50.
Yeah, that's 50. So that would be in the long range.
I rolled a lot of ones and twos.
I only see the one. A lot of twos, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of twos. So I got 3 successes and 1 critical failure.
So you get 2.
2.
So your shot clangs against the fence, doesn't make a connection.
I'll back up into the corner again.
All right. It is now Armin's turn. Go ahead.
Dio would like to scooch over to this location here. Shoot at that bugger. Hopefully.
Using
Just
your
put it
electrical
through the window.
cannon.
So does he have a narrator that has a different voice?
Yep.
You're going to ask a lot of questions. I am not going to have good answers.
It's a golf calling. And he goes up to the window. He appears out the window. He sees the pro-dog. He rolls his dice.
No, he's not happy with that roll. That one's tilted though, so he's going to re-roll it. There we
That's a
go.
success.
Seems about the same. We've got 2 critical failures there. That is not happy about that. 2 regular failures. It does appear to be 4 successes, which modified by the failures is a modified 2. So he shoots at point blank range and misses, I assume.
No, because there's no cover there. He's shooting right through the window into no cover. That guy's not behind a wall or anything.
Armin even fails to fail and shoots.
Tragic.
That one's with 3.
And it doesn't
And it
say
goes
pips. It says it deals 4 damage and stuns the target.
Yes.
So I believe it's 4 damage.
Because he's been thunderstruck.
Yes, he has. So number.
There's a thunderstorm going on, right?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
You're doing that Australian voice thing.
Now, if you
I'm
wouldn't
awesome
mind
in
putting this little guy
I'm not arguing
around
with you.
number 3 over there,
Can you reach?
he's
You're not
kind of
arguing, you're
parallel-
just-
The one you just shot.
Okay.
Unless he shot Big Knife.
Yeah. There we go.
I
Maybe
can
shut
see
the
so
record.
well what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
did,
sure
you
that's
did a good job. Yeah. He's on it. And now he's paralyzed, so the next time his turn comes around, he can't do anything. He needs around to recover. Next up is back to the top with Fivels.
Is the horse not doing anything?
The
He's
horse.
just guarding?
The horse is guarding right now.
We told him to watch the saves.
Yeah. If you guys tell him to do something different, he will.
Stop horsing around back there.
That's literally impossible for me to do.
All right, does one under full cover or partial cover? In my position.
partial.
That's partial cover. If you shoot, you are in partial cover at best. You have to take your full action to be in full cover.
I do feel a need to point out, though, just a mild suggestion. Big Knife has no cover from your position.
So shoot Big Knife.
I feel like you could make a good. I feel like you could do
It
that.
would make him angry, which would make him more powerful.
Right? He'd be like, how'd I get shot? And you'd be like, I don't know, Moxie check. And then, he goes into a barbarian rage.
Is that how my character works? Did I rage?
Not at all.
That's not how this game is built at all. Okay, never mind.
Well, the DM's saying I can't rage, but I'm going to rage.
All right.
I assume I'm still within long range of number 1.
That's long range.
I'm going to take a shot at him to see if it kills him.
Okay.
And that's 3 successes.
Okay. That hits out there. I'm shocked. And when
No,
you hit
he's
him,
Yeah, yeah.
and when you hit him, number 1 goes and falls down
In a dramatic fashion.
in a very dramatic fashion.
So, number 1 is dead. There we go.
And
Yeehaw! And I'm gonna shoot at number 2.
Yeah, I love murder.
It's okay when you're the good guy. That is 3.
that will hit again. So that's another 4 damage doled out there. All right. And anything else you want to do on your turn?
Take a step away from the window.
Which way?
Just put me behind the closed door.
All right.
And the door gets blown open by a gust of wind.
And dynamite.
Dynamite!
It's now Big Knife's turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna use all my movement.
Okay.
Count it out. It can just get here.
Nice.
Up to him.
Oh no.
5. And I'm gonna yell at him.
All right.
You don't have a prairie in the world.
Really?
Yes.
Gotta
right.
entertain yourself up on the
take-
mountain.
For your next attack roll, you use an extra die from Fivels' pool over there.
And I'm in melee, and I always have advantage at melee.
One of the things that these game rules are set up around is that you can take a quip action and you can insult your enemies, and if you entertain me, I might give you something nice. That's one of the game rules here. Because I'm self-serving.
6 successes.
Oh, you definitely hit. He has no cover and you're meleeing, right?
So, melee, so that is 4 pips of damage?
Is that over?
Yeah.
4 damage.
So you do
He's
8,
knocked down, and he drops his gun.
you do 8 damage to number 2, and he's just going as you maul him to death.
Non-lethally.
With my knife.
I've watched the stream. I know we do a lot of non-lethal.
Non-lethal damage. So number 2 is gone.
Sora is not here.
Kill.
Hey, Big Knife. I'm behind cover, but you doing okay over there?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Slightly terrifying.
It seems to be good.
You're welcome.
Okay. Next up is number 3,
Who's stunned?
who is stunned. Number 3 can't do anything, but you can take away the paralyzed thing. So I know when we come back around to number 3 next time, they're going to be able to do something. Number 4.
Probably need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of that.
Number 4 sees Big Knife mauling his friend to death.
His brother.
And is going to take a shot. No cover. At short range. And oh wow, that's an over. That's an overcrit right there.
Mm-hmm.
You take 6 damage from that.
That's why you have a big health pool.
Yes. And then we move on to
Now, I'm hit by a melee or a gun?
a gun.
Okay.
Yep. And then these guys here.
Don't want us to do that for you.
I guess not.
Probably gonna do that again.
Only if they get closer to me. If you keep mauling them to death, that's not going to happen.
Okay. Starting with number 8. No.
And we've got
Number
12, 10,
11?
and 11.
Starting with number 11 and 10. Now they're kind of out of my range to move them easily. Can you move them right in front of the windows? Yeah. And this, I'm going to use some colorful discs to represent TNT being thrown. As I hinted, you get a chance to throw TNT back. And number 11 is going to throw a bit of TNT right in front of Betty there.
Like right here.
Yep. Now, you have a choice when TNT is thrown. You can attempt to throw it back
Hell yeah.
if you want to, and that requires a grit check, and you'll need 2 successes to succeed.
That's a lot of ones. 2, 3, 0.
Okay. So you
Ones
do
are very
not,
popular today.
Pick up the
do not-
TNT. What does this do?
Wait a
This is
second.
an egg. I must sit on it. Nurse it to health.
you do
This must
not
be my next
pass your
boulette.
grit check to throw the
Yep.
TNT back,
Yep.
and you will be able to move before it goes off.
Okay.
That's what they expect you to do.
But if you
This is a stand your ground state, so just sit.
if you don't move, it will damage you.
Can I use my movement to try again on my turn?
No, you only get the one shot at
Dang
it.
it.
Then number 10 over there is going to throw another stick of TNT in front of Fivels.
Throw it at Betty.
I guess by the window.
She's already getting hit by 1. It'll be no difference.
Yeah.
Using Betty as cover.
Science verified.
Do you want to try to throw the stick back
Absolutely.
with your very proportional mouse hands?
Yes. My hands are definitely equipped to do this. That's definitely going to succeed.
Dang it.
I got a total of 5.
A total of 5. Hey, that works.
No 6s, no 1s.
That's your number.
All right. So you throw the stick of TNT back out
To which one?
to number 10. And now that's going to go up there on number 10's next turn. It changes the timing because it's
more
easier
fun.
that way.
Recoach the game.
Yeah. Number 12 is going to take a shot at Fivels because I can see you better. And that, I'm going to call that... That's kind of borderline. I'm going to call it mid-range.
Yeah, I'd say probably that.
Looks to be just under 40 feet there. And... no. Nope. The shot pings against the barrel and...
That barrel
So
has
that
1 day till
misses.
retirement.
And then this guy over here, he's gonna go down there and he sees Armin hiding behind the window, and he's gonna take a shot at Armin.
Bleh.
Is that
You
where
speak
you read
this
that?
strange demonic tongue from a far off land.
Okay. He hits and deals 6 damage to you because he rolled all 6s.
Whoa, fudge.
I feel very good. I feel great. I'm happy.
You're doing well.
Just
Super peachy.
fantastic.
Okay. And now we are back to the top with Fivels.
Did Betty not get it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Betty
Yeah,
and-
Betty and
Betty and
Fivels.
I
Neither of us got it.
I'm sorry. I
We screwed.
apologize.
I know we both screwed up.
So, Betty, you have a turn. At the end of your turn, that TNT is exploding.
Yep.
You can't try and throw it again?
Apparently
She
not.
failed at it.
No, that okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I
They
can't
can't
deal
all
with the
be like-
shame of not throwing.
Like, my Butterfingers is just too much.
I can only move like 20 feet because of my leg.
Come my leg.
I'll move there, and I guess I'll take a shot at
Don't you have
4.
4 in long range?
what?
At 4?
Yeah.
Oh, this one?
He seems farther away. I guess I could shoot at 12, maybe.
You could probably shoot at 12. That'd be mid-range. 11 is, I
Close.
think, a little further.
Can you see past
Well,
Armin?
this is 12 here.
10,
Or
right?
sorry, 4. 4 is a little
you-
further.
Yeah, can you see
Or,
past Armin?
You can also shoot one of these.
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
can
you
I
can
shoot
see.
past Armin?
Yeah, you can shoot
right.
past Armin. Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll shoot at the one that you damaged.
Yeah, you can shoot through Armin.
I'll
That's why I have the
do a-
bullet-proof shell.
I'll do a trick
why I
shot,
do that.
ricochet off your shell.
Yeah, no, that'll do extra damage.
All right, no failures now. Well, critical failures.
And which one are you trying to hit?
Number 4, I think it was.
Number
3.
6. That'll
6.
that'll hit him.
Is that an
And-
overshot or not?
No.
All right, 6 damage.
He is gone anyway. So number 3 is taken out. And he goes, "Ugh," and falls over. And now we're gonna take a quick unplanned technical break because I hear doggy whining, and that means she probably has to pee real bad.
Yeah.
And so through the magic of editing, we'll be back in about 3 seconds.
Oh.
And we're back, folks. Through the magic of editing, that took about 3 seconds because our dog had to use the bathroom.
Which is outdoors.
And so did we.
And the nuclear apocalypse happened.
Also, it's the Wild West, so it's the science of
No,
everything,
it's the
as opposed
wild-
to the magic.
It's a wild, wild, wild west.
Maybe some superstitious stuff, but you know.
wild.
When
west.
we took our break, because it's been longer for us than you, we left off coming into Sparky's turn, and that's where we'll pick the action back up. So go right ahead.
I believe that there may in fact be another schmuck on the other side of that window there, and I'd like to take my little shooty shoot,
We're Australian.
my
again.
electro cannon, and boomy boom it.
Can you think of a quip to add to that?
Go ahead.
There's a lot of electric kind of stuff we can do.
You look shocked or.
We roll first, then we see. No.
I give you a silent
Well,
nod
that,
as my mentor ability kicks
See,
in.
now, 4 natural ones, which is how I know that no matter what, this is a fail, because there are no critical successes to counter
Have
it.
you thought about just rolling up in a ball and
Well,
hiding
that
under one of the tables?
the one that came up at 2 was cracked.
Ah.
I'm gonna get.
It was, and you moved it off.
Hey, it's a 3. This is a success.
I'm gonna.
Well,
get,
yes, it's a success, but it's also a natural 0. in comparison.
I give Sparky a silent nod, activating my mentor ability.
So
Are you in range?
Oh,
There is no range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It can't just be
So-
anywhere, or does it have to have line of sight?
I
So
don't
you are able to
undefined.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can use the ability, and they just like know.
Mhm.
So you give Sparky a silent nod, and you may re-roll one of those ones.
Oh, one of them. Okay.
Yes, you still have. You can only re-roll one.
But
Okay, so these 3 were 1s.
Yep.
Success, success, success. Okay, so that is a modified 2 then.
Well, that will do enough to hit the target that's, uncovered because you're looking out the window right at him, and they go.
And I look at the little guy at the
Is that number?
9.
number 9, and I say, "Hey, 9 is best number. You're ill-equipped to have it. Go die now."
Points for originality?
On your, on your next turn, you can roll. You can roll a d12.
Okay.
I don't know what it'll do yet, but you can roll it on your next turn.
I'm looking forward to rolling the d12.
Can I completely interrupt this for a stupid pun that you just reminded me of?
Please
Yeah,
do.
of course.
So, why don't German cats live as long?
Why not?
They have 9 lives.
Oh.
Language humor.
Hello.
Does that give me like a permanent bonus?
It was bad. It wasn't that bad. We know you can do so much worse.
Something good might happen. We'll see.
Something like
That
Or something bad.
Well, I know something bad is going to happen. in
that
the
brings
United
us
States of
back
America.
to the top with Fivels.
Oh, by the way, that
Alright,
is
if
4
I-
pips of damage, and they are stunned.
Yes.
Which I assume you can't.
Yeah, go ahead and you put the little stun thing around the character plate.
Good luck finding
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there you
Perfect.
Now, if I take a few steps so I can see where 4 is through that window, and maybe take a step back, how many of the prairie dogs can I see through the windows?
From here?
go.
No, the other way.
Other way?
Are you trying to
Towards
do
You
that?
could.
Does that dynamite not go off at the end of my
Because I
turn?
see there's 3 there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. The break screwed up. Take away that purple dynamite spot, and there is now a hole to put in its place. There's a hole there.
There's a spawn point, everybody. There's a
Yeah.
spawn point
Throw a grenade down
in
there.
the bank.
Could go in the
Wait.
hole, right?
No, it's too small.
prairie dog size, not mouse size.
And even if it was mouse size.
So if I move there-ish, can I see the 4? Can I see all 4, or is that one in the back too obscured?
You know what? Sure, why not? Let's just say you can.
You're Fivels.
They're all
you can't
in,
do anything with them.
They're all in partial cover to you right now.
Well, I pull out both my guns, and I'm going to use my gunfighter ability. Where I can, let's see, get a critical success when there's only one option, pull out my custom shooters. I roll my dice, and any successes are treated as a critical success, 5s are double, and I can target up to 5 enemies.
There you go.
Damn.
That's why they call him fastest gun in Big City.
Do you remember like Max Payne, where it does a thing where it's like goes slow motion, spins around? And everyone
So
dies?
you're targeting the 4 that are closest, and you're not trying to shoot that one
Past Armin.
past Armin, right?
Can I see the one past Armin?
Yeah, sure.
Theoretically.
Why the fuck not?
You can see about as well
So,
as Betty
Using
did.
my
Then it says
fantastic
long
abilities as Fivels,
Yeah.
I'm like...
I know
And
there's a 5th one.
I got... One doesn't count, but I got 2 critical successes and 2 normal successes.
Okay.
6.
6.
Can you add a clip in? It's time for the final countdown.
I shouldn't do it out of
Do it!
principle.
Do it!
Say it. Say it.
Do it!
Well, Piglerms, it's the Fivel countdown.
All right.
You don't have the rights to that song.
That's why
So-
that's why I performed it so bad.
Your there, that should throw off the Twitch autoplay.
That's how Limpiska was able to get away with covering behind blue eyes.
Am I just
Exactly.
doing it badly?
And I'll always remember the great massacre of Metallica by Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best.
Metallica censoring themselves playing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Metallica, you went on a 20-year journey of screwing yourselves over. Thank you for screwing it all up. So you do connect with the close range ones, but you need to roll a long range pool because that is a different distance. So roll long range for you. I think that's 4. And you get the same benefits.
Another double success, so total of 5.
Total of 5. You managed to hit all of them. And you do,
I like how I did finger guns while I have guns.
Fake, yeah, fake guns. When you went, I'll use my fingers.
Well, you ran out of ammunition with your real guns, so you had to use your finger guns.
there you go.
Those are always loaded.
So who all is dead?
We'll find out.
We'll find out here.
Pretty sure that guy behind me is.
The worst part of playing any of these games, the math.
Okay, so you didn't over crit on any of them, but you do hit all of them. So that's number 4. Takes a shot, and then we've got 10, 11, and 12 over there, right?
Yep. That's right.
9 on the other side. So you managed to hit all of them with your shots, and you hear a collective. Because we established
right.
that's the sound they make is kind of a barking noise. And now it's Big Knife's turn. Unless you want to make like
Are any of them down?
Oh, and you did get a quip in there. And it was a really, really dumb quip.
Oh, yeah. I regret doing it already.
I am gonna say
Big knife.
And just remember, I'm the one who equipped you with that one.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm taking these dice as punishment.
I'm gonna say that number 9 Number 9 drops their gun in addition to being stunned. And to pick their gun up, it will take all their movement.
They're
So no,
very bad at picking things up.
Well, yeah.
I just electrocuted them, and then we shot them. The fact they can pick it up at all is incredible. So
not
yes,
going
all
very
their
well
movement.
for 'em.
So they are stunned right now. Big Knife, it is your turn.
So was 4 hit?
4 was hit.
Everything was hit on the map.
It was a very
Everything
well
dropped
used.
nice.
Every prairie dog left alive.
They all took damage. None of them died.
Hop on over here.
Jump over the body.
It's time for this panda to take out the trash.
I thought you were gonna say knife to meet you.
That one's too obvious.
Also, there are more turns left.
That's right. I only have so many puns any given day.
Quota.
We have never hit the limit. Not once.
We have no case evidence that there is a limit.
7 successes.
You definitely hit. And you definitely overhit with this one. So that is 8 damage, right? Because you do 4 damage with your stabby stab.
Yep.
All right. You go and you maul another one.
Fivels looking out the window, sees 4 standing there like, oh, got shot, and then a knife just Sephiroths out through the chest.
Well, like what I like to imagine is like thunder strikes, and I see the silhouette of this raccoon just jump on this unsuspecting prairie dog, and there's just guts being thrown from behind the wall.
It's very reminiscent of Batman.
You're like, oh man, this is so dark and moody. Oh no.
This is why you don't let Zack Snyder direct raccoons.
Oh no, my parents.
Oh no, my raccoons.
Okay.
I'm burying them.
Number 4 was just killed. So 4 is gone.
What do I get for my quip?
What was your quip again?
So I'm
For
to
this
take out
panda to take out the
Oh,
trash.
right. I'm gonna say you healed 2 hit points for that one. Well done. And after you take out number 4, you hear the sound of someone yelling. What the hell are all you idiots doing? Let me show you how this is done. And please place MeeMaw over, kind of in the corner over there.
Over,
Nope, on the exterior.
okay.
Keep going.
Oh, you
keep
mean
going.
like in the far corner?
In the far corner, yep.
Okay.
MeeMaw is gonna go there.
Bum, bum.
And MeeMaw,
I like that hat. It's a nice touch.
That hat is fantastic. Oh, same with Monsieur Eds. I just noticed he was wearing it.
Everyone
And-
important has a hat on.
Hey, my antlers prevent me from wearing hats.
Just need specialty hats.
MeeMaw over there. MeeMaw gets to make a special move right now, and she moves all the way from there over to the cart.
Wait, no.
And MeeMaw looks at the dead body of one of her parent sons and says,
Bill,
"Get up, you lazy sack of crap, Bill," and kicks him, and he pops back up.
I shot him
Oh my
3 times.
She's a necromancer.
She's not a necromancer, she's just getting him up off of his lazy hide.
He got shots.
that's no excuse.
No excuse. I've been shot lots. All right.
Penny got shot once and it screwed up her leg forever.
I did get shot quite a few times before that.
And then
And then he got shot by the plot bullet.
Yep.
another group of them all pop in over there, and you hear Meemaw say, "Go around the back and get inside."
Seems like MeeMaw's guilty of littering.
Really? Good God.
Take those 2 hit points back.
Okay. So these guys, they throw a stick of TNT into that, and they all cower behind the wall there, and they're gonna wait till that turn comes around and that TNT goes off. And in fact,
We didn't damage the cart, so they could just move it.
But
They're gonna
they got
throw
TNT.
they're gonna throw a second one in there for good measure.
Goodbye, Sheriff Ed.
Wouldn't it be for bad measure since they're committing crimes?
Well, yeah.
It's good for them, though.
That brings us to number 9, who's over here and somehow still alive.
And stunned.
And they
And dropped
lose
his
a
gun.
stun, and that's their turn. Now,
My God, I'm better. I'm just standing here directly where I can get shot.
With a bullet wound.
yeah. Now we go over to the other side, and they're sort of ticked off. So numbers 10 and 11 jump behind the wall, and
Over here?
yep. And they jump over there.
What about
Wait.
the explosive?
I'm getting there. And that explosion goes off.
Boom.
And you can remove the little tile there
7.
now. You can remove the 7.
Yeah.
And they each take, numbers 10 and 11, they each take some damage from doing that. And they turn around and they shoot back at Fivels. All 3 of them are going to try to shoot you.
Can they not?
It's a shooting gallery.
Yeah, they really want to.
Probably should have gotten to cover. That would have been a smart move.
I have you placed behind a chair.
It is made
Varmint,
of wood. It
you
is
are-
made of wood.
Yeah, he is a mouse.
He's a teeny tiny mouse.
One of them hits, doing 3 damage. Another one hits, doing 3 damage.
Uh-oh.
And then the last one
Eats you.
The last one fails and splinters the chair in front of you. But then,
The splinter
That was
kills
an
you.
antique.
number 12, not having to have dove behind, digs down into the ground and is currently off the map right now.
Maybe he's rolling home.
That brings us to Betty.
Wait. I'll take a few steps over here so I can get a clear sight through that window.
Yep, you got a clear shot.
Betty? Wait, I'm Betty.
You are Betty. Yeah, I was wondering where you're
Betty, you got this.
It works if you're
MeeMaw,
psyching
you
You
yourself
got
up.
this, Betty.
Come on, Betty. You
Let's
got
do this, Betty.
You got this,
Who
Betty.
talks
This
in the
is your
third
moment.
person now?
This is your moment.
You're holding
I'm a
them
little
upside down.
rattled. I'm a little rattled. MeeMaw, I got a bullet with your name on it. And I plop in my special bullet for my special action
Okay.
and take my shot at MeeMaw.
Okay.
What's the action called?
There will be blood.
And you missed. There was no blood.
Yeah, that's a very possible thing. All right.
Not bad.
No. So since I'm shooting at MeeMaw, every success is a critical success. So that's 1, 2.
Are the critical successes extra critical?
So that would be 12 successes.
12 successes.
Swing and a miss.
Okay.
There are 3 6 in there.
There are 3 6s, 2 5s, and a 4. I only get. Oh no.
Yeah, that one fell off.
Well,
Sorry about that.
no, that's fine.
Okay. How much total are we talking right now?
12, I think, right?
12. Okay. So you like way over crit. This is stupid. And you're gonna do 3 times damage on this shot because you like so stupidly over crit on this one.
Yep.
It's your one ability. It only works on MeeMaw.
Yep. Okay.
And you hit her square on.
So wait. So it's normally 6 damage. And you're saying it triples?
Yeah, because you over crit that much.
Because the ability also says that it doubles the damage.
Yep.
So it's 12 times 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Armin, how much is that?
Well, let's just say that our most broken ally would be killed in one shot if you did that.
I got it out for her.
But But luckily,
You see
you didn't shoot our buddy. You shoot our MeeMaw. So she
You
should
see the
be-
bullet go through her shoulder, and she goes, "Ow!"
And you forget she has 40 damage reduction.
And she says, "Screw you, Betty!
Screw you, MeeMaw.
I'm coming for you.
Not if I come for you first.
I got my Betty Buster right here." And she's tapping on her rifle.
It was the Betty Buster.
I thought you were calling it a belly buster, and I'm like, I don't understand. I
She's,
don't understand where we're going with
The
that.
Betty
she's a
Buster.
comedian.
As often she's been pregnant. I mean, yeah, it's a belly buster.
I'm gonna break that gun over your skull.
Not if I break that gun over her skull first.
Fine.
A big knife. I don't think we should get between those two. I don't.
Kill her. Kill MeeMaw.
Kill. All right. Sparky, it's your turn now.
Sparky shall hide right back here, or move and just kind of like cower behind the table there, and start cranking his gun.
Okay.
And as a quip, he'll go, shit, shit, shit! I knew I should have more batteries than this.
Oh man, I should have used double A instead of triple.
Triple A's never last.
One time I did need roads.
But where we're going, we don't need roads.
Okay.
No, where we're going, we don't have roads.
Because they eroded.
Roll that
Oh my
D12
God.
I gave you.
Okie dokie.
Just bump that eroded joke.
10.
You are fully reloaded. You panicked and went way too fast.
Okie dokie.
So you supercharged it. There you go. These are the rules, and they make sense to nobody. But it's a one shot, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, I did 5 shots.
I did one shot.
Fuck you.
But
You can roll an extra die next time for that. Just whatever you're doing, you can roll an extra die. Pick a die. I don't care what kind. You make it a
Where's the
20, 100.
percentile die?
100 with you? That's actually a 100.
It's somewhere.
yes, of course.
Then you can roll that die. Walt.
Thank you.
Yeah. That brings us back up to the top with Fivels.
I
Kill
You
MeeMaw.
have no ammo in your guns, by the way. You have emptied them.
D100.
the whole barrel of dice, kind of. I would. Does drinking a potion just count just as a standard action?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that we have standard action.
No, you have a basic action.
I have a basic action.
Yep.
I will drink my potion,
Snake oil.
my snake oil.
Yes.
So you heal for 2.
Definitely not poison, because it
Or
only
4.
came from a rattlesnake.
And I am going to.
It's
Hide.
It's the oil from the snake.
Can you take me away from the line of sight of those two?
Hide behind that red barrel.
Oh, I'm sorry, is there another location you'd like me to pick?
Is there cover in that corner?
Nope,
That-
just the red
okay,
barrel.
then-
Is the red barrel actually a red barrel? Like,
I mean, there's no cover over here.
Maybe it is.
I go towards the red barrel.
The only cover you could get cover behind here, though. Behind the boxes. Although you kind of
Right, I see.
doors there.
I'll go towards the red barrel, but I would like to do a learning check to
Okay.
see what's in the barrel.
In the red
Because it's
barrel.
red.
Okay, go ahead. Make a learning check.
Total of 3.
In your experience, you've never really seen red barrels, but red usually means bad.
Usually, but probably in this case,
Good.
this might be good.
Sure. I'll let you interpret
Optimism.
that. Yeah, you are optimistic.
I am optimistic. That is.
So, yeah,
This
Fivels
is.
probably like,
This is. It probably when they shoot it, a red mist will heal me.
yes.
there's going to be a red mist. Not sure where you're going to be in that equation,
It's a
but
healing barrel.
So you
It's
want to hide
healing
behind the
I
red
am
barrel?
hiding in the strategically placed barricades we put up
Am I-
with the red barrel.
Am I putting you behind the barrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not metagaming here. This is clearly I have
We staged this area. You would know if it's filled with gunpowder. That's not metagaming. That's just you knowing things.
We didn't look inside the barrel.
You just moved it. It's
did-
the red barrel.
Did you look inside the barrel, Armin?
I didn't roll that intelligence check. No, I just thought it would be
Betty,
funny.
did you look in the barrel?
Yep. All right.
Big Knight, did you look in the barrel?
What's a barrel?
And on
Yeah,
that,
buddy.
it is MeeMaw's turn.
No.
Now, MeeMaw.
You, MeeMaw.
MeeMaw is gonna yell at one of her boys, specifically number 10, and say, "You idiot, Bill! But don't you know how to shoot? You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn!" And she throws a rock over there at Bill. And okay, you don't know what happens yet. So that is what she does. She then moves to stand behind the other Bill and pushes him forward.
So they swap spots.
Yeah, and now she's hiding behind that one. And now it is this group over here. So these things detonate. The cart goes like flying off here.
Hey, that was an important part of the infrastructure and dang it.
You're gonna get it now. You just took down our MVP, Mr. Cart.
What a cartastrophe.
And
Why do we invite you to
This
things?
is such a
I don't
serious
know.
moment.
these
I don't
things go
understand.
flying in. The doors open.
It very politely opened.
There's a hole there. And you hear Ed going, "What in tarnation is happening out there? Holy smokes, this is intense." And
I don't see any tents.
Very
And then-
clearly in a building.
all of them come rushing in.
Boy.
And that's where Ed's like, good thing I brought my Gatling gun.
I knew I'd need this chain gun.
And
Flamethrower.
they are going
Mr.
to
Ed
attempt
says,
to
flame
shoot,
on.
to shoot Ed.
Start stepping on them.
He just eats one of them.
Wow. Okay.
Mr. Ed's Day.
No, one of the other ones. I don't do this in the D&D game, but in this game, why not? They rolled all ones, so it's the worst possible thing. And one of them actually shoots another one.
They're all like Three Stooges trying to get through the door.
If I make
Yeah.
positive suggestion, they drop a grenade at their own feet.
Yeah, some TNT on there.
Another one like misses somehow. I don't know how.
What were these rolls when they were shooting me?
I don't know. That one.
They kinda like
that one
Sheriff
does
Ed.
hit.
Well, he hasn't done anything about their crime syndicate, so why would they have a problem with him?
probably
Some
on the
bitch is
payroll.
on the take.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Ed was like, they're underground. We can't get them.
I'm a horse.
I can't go underground.
And
You need someone to go down under?
Ed takes 2 hits from those Hairy Prairie Boys, and one of them got hit by another one. So they are now inside the building. You guys hear this explosion and hear them coming in shooting, and Ed calls out, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I could really use a hand back here. They just got into the safe room with a bunch of explosives. And now it is number 9. 9 uses all of their movement to pick their gun up
They're having such a hard day.
and attempts to shoot at Armin, which you can just barely see through the window. But Armin's pretty good cover right now, so let's see what happens. Yeah, that's gonna hit you. That's gonna do 3 damage to you.
Muscle tough.
How you doing there, buddy?
I'm right fucked up, I am.
Don't forget you got a potion.
So
I can't use it.
that's number 9's turn. 10 is gonna attempt to take a shot at Fivels.
Have I been skipped?
I think.
Yeah, actually I did on accident. I did skip you. So we will
fine.
go and do you. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
You were just distracted by all the gore for a minute.
Like you were just
Euphoric in the shower of blood.
Rushed up to
There-
number 10.
I'm trying to manage a lot of
I
people
know.
on the initiative track, so thank you for
Prairie
helping me
dog.
out.
I don't think no one went who wouldn't have affected me.
Yeah.
So I run up to 10. But as I get up there, I say, I wish you had started burrowing. It would save me the time of having to dig your grave.
Big Knife, you're mighty
solid.
terrifying.
Solid.
Go ahead and add another die into that pool. Just see what happens.
Do I have enough of that?
Oh no, for them. Someone call an ambulance for you.
10. They were all successes,
Oh no.
including one
Alright.
critical success.
All right. You overcrit, and again, you what is that number 10?
Yes.
You just absolutely obliterate number 10 in like a red mist.
Just letting it splatter in his brother's gore.
Now, I like to imagine like they're
blinded.
talking to each other, and while they're talking, a raccoon bursts through his stomach.
I like that there's a trail. There's a trail of corpses.
Here's Big Knife.
And you shall know me by my trail of 10.
When I built this game, I was like, Armin's got the most fun abilities. Big Knife's the most broken. Big Knife is just a murder raccoon. That's all you are. You just run around with your giant knife.
Hey.
You have a shotgun.
I'm a raccoon.
not used.
I live in garbage. I'm a murder hobo. Even in a Wild West game where we're animals, we can't escape someone having to be a murder hobo.
Apparently not.
Usually it's me.
That brings us back to number 11, who is really terrified at the moment and is going to take a shot at Big Knife.
Probably gonna
And
do
it
it.
hits, doing 3 damage to you. Okay. Number 12 is burrowed. And now number 12 comes up on the other side there, and the first thing that he sees is Betty, and he takes a shot at you, Betty. And that's gonna hit. And you take 3 damage. Okay. Now
shot
it
before.
is Betty and Sparky's turn.
All
So
right.
Betty goes first.
I'm going for MeeMaw still.
All right.
That's all I care about.
That's role playing. Don't forget to quip it.
MeeMaw. And you're dead. I'm gonna say yeehaw.
Here. Just roll those. Just roll those.
In addition.
Yeah.
I question your ability as a parent. Those are the most garish dice I've ever seen.
Which one's the purple and the white or the gold and white?
Together, yes.
We loved them because they were just so out there.
If Roman emperors play D&D, those are the dice they use together.
Okay, you know they did. We'll make a podcast about it where we just assert it with no proof.
All right. So let's cancel. So that's
We'll call it whatever the hell Ben Shapiro
12.
calls
12
his podcast.
successes.
All right. You take aim and you shoot at MeeMaw, and you see her go, ha! You didn't hit nothing. Wait, why am I bleeding so much? Boys, MeeMaw's killed. Oh, MeeMaw.
Did I get MeeMaw? Yeah!
Wait, that's not what you said you would do.
Avenge me, boys. And
Like, yay, mom's dead.
We can have all the soda we want.
so MeeMaw's dead.
Stay up past 10 and drink Dr.
And
Pepper while watching.
Can you put those
MTV.
4 kind of out there in the field? Yeah, there you go. Sure. Perfect.
So MeeMaw
Number-
can be knocked over?
MeeMaw can be knocked over. Number
Yeah.
1 looks around and goes, and falls down again.
Because
Are you on top of MeeMaw?
artificially alive from all of the yelling.
He was motivated to be alive, and now he feels less motivated.
I can finally rest in peace now that my mom is dead.
Sparky, it is your turn.
Sparky has a question.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I know the answer, but rule of fun.
Sure. Are you wondering if corpses can bounce?
No, I'm actually
What is this, Perfect Dark Zero?
beautiful.
Wait a second.
Wonderful question.
Corpses can bounce your lightning chain?
If corpses could bounce my lightning chain, then it would go through it there. But
Feel
actually,
free to bounce it through me. I'm okay with that.
I was actually wondering if it would work inside. So I
Oh,
could check
yeah.
out this
Yeah, well,
I said it has to be during a lightning storm, not outside during a lightning storm.
Well, this is why I ask.
Yeah. No, you're like channeling the air around you. It's all electrically charged. There's so much static electricity, so much positive, negative electrons flowing around you, and you channel into one giant, compared to an armadillo, with sized antenna. They create some sort of weird Tesla coil, ejectable, expendable thing, and you shoot a huge chain lightning bolt.
And we already have established Thor is the one true god in this universe.
Apparently.
and you are a cleric.
Sure, why not?
Thor is good. And I am now a cleric. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and
Say
I think from where I am, I can just shoot at this guy. But what
Yeah.
kind, do you think? What kind of cover do you think I'm dealing with, right?
It's lightning.
Partial.
Partial. Okay.
Unless they are completely from line of sight, you can't see them.
Yeah, and I don't.
Or they took an action to hide.
I
They're
don't
going to be partial.
Yeah, I don't think I can get away from partial cover.
you
to
gotta
get
save
anyone.
the sheriff.
But on
In this range, the sheriff's gonna get hit.
I think you get to choose.
you do get to choose. So the way that this works is that you choose the path of the lightning, and you can choose to avoid certain targets, hit certain targets. You get to pick. You get to make that choice.
And you can bounce it off yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
The only rule is it can't hit the same target twice.
Because lightning never strikes twice.
Exactly.
Okay. Well.
Strikes
in
twice all the
that
time.
Case, in
Shut
that case, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna start the chain on myself,
So you can't miss.
so I can't miss. And I don't take damage from it. So I'm gonna shoot all these 5 right here. It's gonna bounce and hit Mr. Ed.
Okay.
And hit the guy on the outside. Because he's within 20 feet.
It does not say anything about walls.
No, it doesn't.
Shock,
Find a way to wall hack.
shock the corpse while you're at it.
Yeah.
Just shoot the
so-
ground and execute every enemy on the face of the planet.
So you basically like shove an antenna up through the ceiling.
No, it's just like those big radio things you see on like pickup trucks sometimes. It's like one of those.
Oh, it's like a
one
big
of those,
aerial?
except there's a giant like ball at the top that's just like capturing a whole bunch of electrical charge as it passes through the air. He's gonna run around with this the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Just
wondering
never
about
asked about it.
I am trying to figure out a way if I can get you in a position to arc more of this.
Well, here's the thing.
I can't figure out a way to make it jump from Fivels to number 12 and get it out there with the current positioning, because that's more than 20 feet.
But you could hit that red barrel.
Oh yeah, I could absolutely chain it back
Through me.
through you, and to hit the barrel and hit
Fivels.
But I
Fivels,
can't
yeah.
figure out how to make it jump further than that with the current positioning.
I'm content with the existing jumps.
Okay.
But if you'd like it to chain through the various squares of the Earth, because the Earth is grounded,
And there's
all of these.
there's a lot of prairie dogs under there. You could
I don't
probably
see.
hit
I mean,
that.
if we're
That's a
going
good
for
question. Is there any underground that we're not aware of that you are?
We
No.
could chain through.
Am I not
Can you just make some up?
detonating the entire Earth?
They
with
are
electricity?
literally all on the field right now. They're all out there. So let's do this. Make your attack roll
Against yourself?
Well, so you always hit yourself, and remember, you do have to roll to hit each target individually. So you'll have to make those attack rolls, but they always roll at short range on your weapon, which is your full die pool, and it treats as though they are in cover from the position it's arcing. So once you hit the first one with it, all the rest along this line will be no cover. Then it'll hit Ed. Then you can chain it outside through the wall, and that will be counted as partial cover.
No, that seems fair.
Yeah.
The wall should be partial cover.
Yeah. So go
That's
ahead.
how
with,
houses are built.
Go ahead with number 6. Let's see if you hit him as you call lightning down on yourself.
Okay, that's 2 critical failures. 2 regular failures.
4 successes.
4 successes. So that'd be 2 successes when it's all said and done.
Oh, you know what? You're looking down. Sure. Why the hell not?
They're in the open.
Yeah. It's number 6. Number 6 just took 4 damage
One shot
and is
power.
stunned.
Okay. That is 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, the next one, what is that? Number...
Actually, I think it's 4 because I have a critical failure and a critical success, so it would be 4.
Yeah, that's number 5. 5 also takes 4 damage and is stunned.
No critical failures, critical success. That's 8 successes.
Yeah, that'll actually overcrit and do
8 damage.
8 damage. They are all stunned. Going down to number 8.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
That's
That looks like a lot.
that is
4 critical.
4 critical successes,
Okay.
3 regular successes, and a critical failure. So, just 10.
So number 8 goes and then gets lightning hair and the little mustache that he has,
The fake
fake
mustache.
mustache that he has.
It gets a little lightning
Incinerates.
bolty.
Yeah, like a little
Incinerates.
lightning bolt style now, and he's and he's smoking a bit and just falls over. So he's down.
Now he's blocking the doorway. No one can escape.
There he is. There, now he's down.
Now I
you're-
roll for damage against Mr. Ed.
You're gonna kill Mr. Ed, aren't you?
I hope so.
Why do you hope so? He's an ally.
Is he? I haven't.
He took
I
my
haven't-
job.
Okay, so that's 1 failure out of all of them and 2 critical successes. So we're looking at a 9.
Oh, Mr. Ed.
9 against Mr. Ed.
Okay, Ed is stunned, but okay for now. And that's number 9 out there.
You a fan of steak?
Yes.
We might have some.
Actually, I have had horse before. It's not that good.
Where'd you have horse?
Japan.
Never struck me as it would be all that good.
Okay.
If you were to ask me if I wanted again, I'd say nay.
Fuck you. Okay, so that would be 4 successes on that last one to hit the guy on the outside.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. And here, big knife. You roll with this one on your next one. There you go. You get that.
Because he's an ally. I just assumed because it was a rainbow die.
I mean, yeah, they're gay dice. Those are explicitly gay dice. No, just because you made a good joke. It happens. If you entertain me, I give you things.
And
So that
I still
one
need
is
it.
that one is dead now. That one also goes and then like takes on an amusing pose, falls over smoking, and number 9 is gone.
Now that's what I call shock and awe.
Nice.
yeah, what they said. Also,
There you go.
I brought you into this world. Now I'm taking you back out.
Bringing in the canon story.
Anything over 6 is a critical success on that. It's a D6 plus 14. That's what it is.
Snake eyes.
Both of those. Okay. So seeing this fire all around the new group, they all go and burrow. So they're all currently
disappear.
off the map. That little cluster there.
Okay.
Which brings us
They just
to
see flashes of lightning inside the building.
which brings us back to Fivels.
Okay, I would like to use my movement action to reload half of my bullets.
Okay.
Right, that's how that works?
Sure. Yeah.
So I put
If you reload, the reload action, the special action requires all your movement and your basic action, unless stated otherwise. And you can, on yours, you can reload half using your movement.
well, since I can use either movement or basic action to pay for half
Yes.
the cost.
Yep. Because you have, everyone has a different reload mechanism because you all have different weapons. That's yours.
Well, I would like to reload.
Okay, you do. You reload. Well done.
I can't do anything else, can I?
Can you shoot?
Yeah, your ability allows you to use your movement action to reload one of your guns, and you can still take a shot with one gun. So you can only shoot once, but you can do that.
Can I see the one that burrowed in?
Oh yeah, you can see that.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no cover there.
Like just-
like
load in a big knife. We got all the good and the bad here, but I didn't expect so much ugly.
Oh,
just throw a d20 in there. Yeah,
What about the one where I can just roll?
yeah, that too. Like they stack. They stack.
Is that 97? Got 97.
Okay, great. Roll the rest of your pool. Let's see what happens. The dice stopped making sense after a while.
Okay, every single one was a success.
I just threw 19 enemies at you guys.
So I got 97 on my D100. I got a 10 on my D20 and 4 4s and 2 5s.
All right,
So-
you hit.
So
And you-
so 8.
You do. You overcrit on this one, so you're gonna do 6 damage, and you shoot that Hairy Prairie Boy right
does-
in the gut, and it goes and falls over, and then like in a little cute, like horrifying, little like dead bird.
Acute, horrifying. dead-
well, it's a cute animal, but it's horrifying in that sometimes when you look at death, you're reminded, oh yeah, that's death. That's a relatively serious subject, and it's terrifying to behold.
Yo,
Exactly.
we're all having fun here.
It is number. Or no, it's Big Knife's turn now.
Looking at the terrified 11.
Yeah, I was trying to say it's number 11's turn to die. That was in my head.
So do we go with my idea where you're just like through it, and you've just been staring at 11 for 6 seconds?
Maybe you're flying chapstick. All this killing sure chaps my lips.
This whole combat has been about 20 seconds long. In about 20 seconds, there was a lot of murder that happened.
Are you ready for my quip?
Absolutely.
No, never.
This isn't high noon. This is high doom.
Respectful clever.
Oh, this is probably my worst roll yet here.
We can't be happy with those. You see, he is now taking out the clubs and he is charging the caddy.
Yeah, it was 4 ones.
Oof.
Only 3 successes. That's
I give you
-1.
I give you a silent nod and let you re-roll one of those. I give you a silent head shake in disappointment.
Because of your
Crack
quip, I'm gonna let you re-roll a different one.
Yeah, roll the 6. See what happens.
4. So, I mean,
A 1.
Oh, because that's 2. 3, 4. That gets rid of this one. Okay, so it's this whole 2.
Hey,
At
you
point blank
hit.
range.
You hit.
Oh, I can do the thing to double my damage. Right, or do I need to double my damage? Because he was also shot already.
Just
I mean,
do
it's
it
up to you. You haven't used
They're
your
mostly
Revenant
dead.
ability yet.
from the Berenstain
Can never be
Barons.
too cautious. So yeah, I'm gonna Revenant it.
All right, number 11 turns into a fine red mist.
He got,
You-
he got mauled so bad he's gonna win a fucking Oscar for getting mauled. Leonardo DiCaprio, more like Leonardo decapitated. Oh,
I like the decapitated O. He got mauled so bad, he's gonna go into bankruptcy soon. 'Cause he's a maul.
you're getting mauled so bad people are gonna record videos walking through you while playing crappy vaporwave in the background.
Fate worse than death.
Do you want your gay dice back?
Yes, sure. I'm gonna collect all the dice I've handed out. All right. After Big Knife has killed that group over there, that brings us to 5, 6, and 7, who are all stunned, and they're like, and they don't get to do anything. So now it is Betty's turn.
Well, are the ones in there the only ones alive?
That we can see.
That
No,
you can see. Yep.
Well, I do better at long range.
There is still a group underground.
I'm backing up towards that adorable corpse,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot through the teller window at 6.
All right. I'm gonna say that's no cover.
Where the fuck's the one's still alive somewhere? Oh, they're there. That's right. Yeah,
there's a group.
they're just electrified. Some of them are still not dead.
And there's a group underground.
I prefer not
But
to
maybe
say
they
a lot.
ran away.
They disappeared. You have no idea where they are.
That's a 4 to hit.
Sure. Yeah. You hit. Why not?
I think
6
they're.
damage.
5 is down and gone.
6.
Oh, number 6 down and gone.
Just right through the head.
I think there's a decent chance those other ones are going to be in the sequel.
That could be. What's a sequel?
And
It's when something happens after another thing.
That's
And
just time.
Yeah, but it's a fancy word for it.
it's your turn.
Milady?
Well, it's something happening like again, like in a sequence of events, but usually it's a little bit worse.
I don't understand. I have 3 learn.
So how screwed up do these guys look?
Oh, very.
Okay. Then I am going to do something stupid.
They didn't start off great.
I'm going to get down off my high
Box.
box.
Your soapbox.
My
There's soap
soapbox.
in there.
I'm going to pull out my wrench and start beating him with it.
All right, you're making a melee attack. Go right ahead.
Armin, what the hell? I expect that from Big Knife. It's in the name.
Okay.
Atta go. Atta boy, Sparky.
Okay, that is going to be 5 successes.
All right, you hit, and now so they're no longer stunned because that faded at the end of their turn, but now they're prone and they're laying on the ground now.
Bandits are just beating them with a wrench.
Yes.
Blood.
At that point, Sheriff,
Why won't you die?
at that point, Sheriff Ed goes, I don't much appreciate being shot at, and goes bang bang,
And starts shooting at Armin.
no, starts shooting at the Hairy Prairie Boys. And that is now a
I
single
don't think
failure
anyone
in there.
shot at him except me.
No, the Hairy
shot
Prairie
at
Boys
him.
got shot.
Oh, did
they
they?
shot him twice. Yeah. 3 times actually. They shot him. So he ends up shooting number 7 in there, and 7 gets hit with his guns, and 7 is now down. Justice has been served. My guns. I'm a horse with guns. There's
Can I?
Do you give mercy?
I didn't
Nay.
use this.
yeah, you can hang on to them for now.
Alright.
You can use them again.
If I can go back in time and use a quip, I would like to say, "Don't worry, I'm a doctor.
Go back in sequel.
I can fix this."
Here, have another one. There you go. Same rules. Anything over, anything 6 and above is a double crit. So that brings us back to Fivels, but right now the only thing that's visible is Armin beating one to death with a wrench,
And a red barrel.
a red barrel, and
Armin, you doing all right there, buddy?
He's working some stuff out.
I see that.
It's what you call surgery.
Yeah, the thing he's working out is that prairie dog's brains.
There are valuable parts in here. I'm gonna use them.
and I'm gonna say that you guys won that fight.
The
Yeah!
skin of our teeth.
Armin, what's your brawn?
It's not good. It's my lowest stat.
And what
It's
is
3.
that?
It's 3.
So, you're not even giving him a quick death. You're just giving him a lot of concussion.
It's like a 3-year-old hitting you with a wrench. I mean, it hurts.
It's a wrench. It still
like
hurts.
it hurts, but like you're not gonna die fast from it.
Would you kindly stop using the wrench?
Here, borrow my knife.
Can I shoot the red barrel?
I'm sure you want to.
I
ahead.
spin my guns around, put them in their holster, and start walking away.
And I shoot the red barrel.
All right, you shoot the red barrel, and
Some
nothing.
flour pours
Yeah,
out.
nothing happens. It's just a red barrel.
Why would a bank have an explosive barrel sitting in its lobby?
Like, you shoot the red barrel, and it's just like. And then
Then
it
the
falls
bank
over.
manager comes
I
out. He's like,
still-
that barrel had 1 week until retirement.
I'm still just walking away slowly from it.
It's like that barrel had 40-year-old whiskey. Asshole.
You guys successfully managed to defend the bank, and Mr. Ed says to all of you, "Well, I much appreciate all your help. If I look out there, looks like MeeMaw and all the rest of her boys need some arresting. I'll round them up and take them to jail. Because in a Western, the bad guys don't really die, except for, like, the really horrible one. They die.
I'm pretty sure the one Armin's
rest-
beating to death right now.
So all the ones I fought, they must have been really nasty.
Can I pick up
They
my...
get up and they have like a cut lip. that's it.
Can I pick up MeeMaw's hat?
Oh yeah, you have MeeMaw's hat.
Put it on my antlers.
MeeMaw
Awkwardly.
died. MeeMaw's dead. The rest
Natural
of them,
causes.
That's weird natural.
Yep.
a heart attack caused by being shot. The rest of the Hairy Prairie Boys get rounded up with their cut lips and mild bruising, because that's how it works in westerns. And you find that your own wounds, you were easily protected by your sheriff badges, which all deflected the bullets, and you're just fine.
Oh, they got.
Yeah,
Thank gosh, I'm not down to just 3 HP and I'm at full.
exactly.
And it's only my badge that took damage.
I
was
feel
like-
like we do have it. We had to we put a poker in a fire, we cauterized the wound, and now we're just fine.
Yeah, you're just fine.
Like, just...
Can I go up to the sheriff?
Yes, you can.
Ed,
Yes.
I know you've always wanted my respect.
Well, that's true.
And I walk off into the sunset.
She had one job to do before retirement.
Well, that's fair. Wait, no, it's not.
And I continue to beat this man until
So as we fade...
Until he's fully
comes,
arrested.
until someone comes and cuffs him and says he's cuffed now, and I'm swinging again. And
It's like, they're like, hey, you can stop. You can stop with that wrench.
do I have
Fix
to
this
stop?
problem.
Well, don't know much about small town economics, but I reckon the bank still being in place
Don't
is
you-
a good thing.
Don't you have a degree in small town economics?
Why, yes. It's more of a folksy way of saying, I think everything's going to be just fine.
Yeah, but he went to Brown.
Big city.
Just
Brown.
lost that audience.
That's the over 70 Brown audience.
Are we talking the
There's one that just like, fuck these guys, and just threw their
All the
phone out the
Brown
window.
alumni right now, and all of the Brown alumnus, they're just like,
I was going to recommend
I was
this.
watching this show. I was going to tell the various deans and presidents of the college about this, and now I don't think I will.
I just
And then-
found out they're as shitty as my school.
And then, meanwhile, like on a bicycle, on like one of those like front like big wheeled like bicycles, like someone like goes like, "Ha! I managed to go to Princeton!" Ha ha ha! And then goes away, and the Brown guy's just like,
Sad.
Meanwhile, subscribe to our Patreon to know how we really feel about these graduates.
We're
I don't even know
definitely
what
gonna
we're
have
talking
it in here.
about.
If you subscribe to our
Uppity
Patreon, you
universities.
can hear us really patronize colleges.
And
We put the patronize
I'm
in
gonna
Patreon.
come back and kill 5 later for damaging my wrench.
Oh my god.
Break
Well,
into the
Big
jail.
Knife, I think we need to go off to wherever we said we would go after we completed this mission.
"I'm going back to my mountain."
Okay, I'm going back to Big City.
I feel
All
like
right, bye.
And I guess that's gonna.
awkward hug. Goodbye.
They're like kind of like one of those like, you go for like the high five, I go for a handshake. It's like,
And then Big Mountain and Big City are in the same direction, so you're like walking the same way for a while.
Yeah, and not trying to talk to each other. Just like,
yeah.
No, I think
Sparky?
you took out your knife and you cut your hand to do a blood bond, and I'm like,
No.
no.
Sparky, you want to come back to my place for some more opium whiskey?
How did you walk off to the sunset? It's storming right now.
Yes!
And it's night.
It was a figure of speech.
Go to the sunrise.
walked off into the sunrise. I guess.
Just walked into the sun.
It's back.
It woke up.
It's time for me to go.
Masaka is waiting.
Exactly.
The sun woke up from its nap and came back out.
I think that's going to conclude the Rootin' Varmint shooting adventures in the wild, wild, wild animal west. Thank you for joining us and all of this stupidity, everyone. We appreciate you, your support, your viewership, and we will be back with more adventures from our usual world of Astronor. See you next
We're
week.
sorry.
Bye-bye.
Out.